Welcome everyone to our podcast, the ZC Zemus Chitar podcast. This is episode 9, July the 3rd, 2019. I'm joined by the wonderful host, the Canada. I keep doing that. Canada's best, Zemus
That's
101,
me.
aka Rob. How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
It's going.
It's summertime.
It is summertime.
Yeah. I thought that I'd have my air on and it would be really noisy and we'd have a problem, but it's a nice day out today. It's not even that hot. Yeah.
My air is always on. I never turn it off.
Right. Usually it's like that, but today was perfect. I don't know, it's only 20
Yeah.
degrees in Canadian,
Yeah.
speak.
Canada,
Yep.
as I say, on accident.
And Cheetar, how you doing?
Oh, it's going fine. Had some nice lunch.
Awesome.
Had some like a good mushroom Swiss burger. That was really good.
Sounds good. Sounds
It
like
was
a lot of gluten though.
Yeah, yeah, it is. And I have Spider-Man tonight, so I'm excited for that.
Oh, that's cool. I've heard good things.
And I saw a bad Miyazaki film last night. But anyway, this is the Zemus Cheetar podcast. You can write in zcpodcast1@gmail.com. Why Z Podcast 1? ZC Podcast 1? Because ZC Podcast was apparently taken.
Yes, it was.
So that's unfortunate. However,
But we're the number one ZC podcast.
Yes, we are the number one.
Yeah.
We are that meme.
Yeah, it's on the screen if anybody's, wondering for sure.
Yeah. So definitely email us. If you email us during the show, we will definitely try to address it later on at the end.
I'll hear the ding.
We will also actually address stuff in general. Like if it goes with one of the topics we're talking about, we will bring it up as a question.
Anything gaming related at all. Like for right now, just write in, and if you have any opinions or any critiques or anything, so anything we missed.
Yeah. So it's fun.
Yes.
Now then, let's talk about fun stuff.
Yes. Yes.
You wanted to ask me about where I was last week.
Yeah.
Where we all were last week.
Yeah, there was no show last week. I had some plans that kind of fell through, and I had a crazy busy week, and I just thought it's fine. I can just wait for Cheetar to get back, and then everything will be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And I've been holding off asking you about it because I wanted to do it on the show. So what happened?
I went with my family.
Did you get rich?
Not rich. Like I came out a little bit.
Really?
Came up a little bit, but not enough.
So you didn't lose everything. That's cool.
No, I didn't lose everything.
All right.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here right now.
Right.
But yeah, it was fun. Walked a bunch of different places. Saw all different resorts. We stayed at the Luxor, which is like a really big like pyramid resort.
That's cool.
Fun fact though, back in the day, Sega used to like do something with them or sponsor them. So when I was a kid and my family used to go to Vegas years ago, like I didn't go, but like my parents would go. They would come back and they had a shirt with Sonic the Hedgehog on it and like the Luxor. I remember having that like black shirt when I was a kid.
Cool.
Sega doesn't do anything that fun anymore, apparently.
Not official stuff, no.
No.
There's still lots of Sega love and Sonic and stuff out there, but yeah.
Yeah, that's more of a Japan only thing, it seems.
Yeah.
I saw one Konami game in the casinos.
Oh. Like pachinko? Oh, you mean casino machine? Like
yeah, it was like a casino machine. It wasn't pachinko. I was trying to look for pachinko. I really wanted to find like that Metal Gear Solid 3 pachinko.
Yeah. That would have been a great picture for the podcast.
Yeah. No, they had a horse racing
lame
thing, and like it said Konami like really big everywhere.
Wow.
And then I went to like an actual arcade in the basement.
That's cool.
Of one of the resorts hotels. I think it was Excalibur. There was just like a carnival arcade type thing. So there's a bunch of things. I played Mario Kart, the arcade version.
That's cool.
So I got to play as the taiko drum character from Taiko. Let's see, like Pac-Man's in that game. You can race as him too.
Wow.
Because it's Namco or whatever. Like
that's so weird.
I think they help with like the actual arcade cabinets.
Yeah, I just found out that whole game existed like a month ago. My sister went to a bigger city near mine,
Mm,
called London, and she went to some arcade thing, and she's like, "Man, I gotta bring you next time." They had Mario Kart arcade and all this, and she played against her husband, and I'm like, "What? I didn't know that was a
yeah,
thing."
yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
played it like last year at
Oh, okay.
some big mall in the Mall of America,
Cool.
and it was really cool there. I played some Halo game. They had a giant Rayman, well, not Rayman anymore, Rabbids,
Oh,
something. Shoot them with like the plunger guns.
okay.
It was like a mini game in one of the Wii games. I think it was Rabbids 2. Um, but it was just a giant TV with that, and it was like official, so that was cool.
Cool.
Um, I don't know. Went to a Coca-Cola store, went to M&M store, went to a Taco Bell bar thing.
What?
Yeah, it's called Taco Bell Cantina,
Okay.
and it's like 2 floors. I didn't eat there. We barely stayed there. We didn't do anything there, honestly.
Right.
We went in because my older sister wanted to go there because supposedly like they sell a bunch of like merchandise and like gift shop type stuff.
Taco Bell merchandise?
Yeah, so which would be pretty cool to just have
Sure.
because it's interesting. So we went there. It took forever to find it since we got lost, and we finally got there. And the gift shop was like a row of shirts and some like hot sauce swim trunks.
So not impressive at all.
Yeah, and then we just immediately left.
Right.
So,
That's pretty
but
funny.
I don't know. Yeah, it was a fun time. I recommend it.
Cool.
Especially like the way I did it, where gambling's not really the main attraction for me
Right.
because otherwise you're just gonna waste your time and waste your money and
And that's what
waste your
everybody thinks of, I think, with
life.
Vegas stuff. So for people that
Yeah,
haven't gone anyway.
yeah. We went to Old Vegas Strip as well, and that was just disgusting.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, it was just very. I don't know. Like there were a lot of not. It was people like dressed up as things for money.
Oh, okay.
You know
But
what I mean?
not
Like
not not cool things.
they were like awful costumes. You know, like when you
Uh,
see like those memes of like Elmo, but it's like not okay looking
okay.
Elmo.
Sure, sure. Oh,
Like it was like
that's really
that, and
weird.
there was like a Pikachu. There's a person dressed up as the Tooth Fairy,
Oh man.
and it was just a guy in a diaper with wings,
Oh, okay.
and he was just kind of asking for money. Like, no,
Can we go
stop.
back to Taco Bell now?
Taco Bell, I left. So
Yeah, that sounds pretty crazy.
yeah, so like there was a zip line thing there. So that's the only reason why we went. I didn't
Uh,
do it, but my
okay.
sisters did. So they did that, and then we immediately got an Uber and just left.
Did you didn't do it because you just weren't interested, or just?
Oh no, I wouldn't be able to do
Yeah, I
that.
was gonna
Like,
say I'm the same way. I was. That's what I was trying to
yeah, no,
ask politely. It was like, nope, nope, not for me either.
I hate heights. I hate everything.
Yep, yep. Same here. I don't need that kind of uh, excitement, I guess, of danger, you know?
Yeah, I would probably faint while
Yeah,
on.
right.
But
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. It was cool.
cool. That's good. So all good.
Yeah,
So good experience overall.
yeah,
Besides, you got lost there a little bit, you said. But,
yeah. But oh, it's really hot there too.
oh, really?
It's like
Well,
100
desert,
degrees
right?
or
So yeah,
something.
yeah,
100 degrees Fahrenheit.
right.
And
What is that in Celsius? I wish I had a converter right here in my
I don't know.
phone, but I'm gonna check. You can keep talking.
Okay, but there's no humidity, so it doesn't feel really hot.
Right. Um, yeah, here we get really like here in southwestern Ontario, Canada, we get really bad humidity. It gets really bad.
Mm. Yeah, we
It's
get pretty
terrible.
bad humidity here occasionally in Indiana, but
I had
not
oh,
too
and
bad.
it's 37 Celsius,
Okay.
approximately almost 38, which is very very warm.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so back I guess this would be a decade ago now. It doesn't feel like that long ago, but whatever. I was playing Final Fantasy 11,
Mhm.
and I met a girl on there, and we talked.
Ooh.
Yeah, and we well, at first it was just a username, it was whatever, you know. But we talked
Mhm.
for like a year or something, and then this is so like MSN days, you know. But so voice chat, video chat started to become a thing, so it was
Mhm.
it was pretty easy to talk to someone. And compared to an online relationship I had in the '90s, where it was a lot of expensive phone cards and stuff. But anyways, long story short, she ended up visiting me. She was from California, so I just assumed, oh, she's used to the heat. You know, she's really tanned and everything too.
Hmm.
And yeah, so she visited and stayed for like a month. She got blistered so bad and sunburned, and just it was awful. Like not the whole experience, but just that the heat. She could not handle that heat. And I was like, it's Canada. Like I just assumed it's all fine, but no,
Yeah.
it can get really bad here. So that summer was particularly hot, but we spent a lot of time outdoors. So, but it's crazy. I'm a redhead with like I'm super pale, and I get burnt really easily, and I had no problem. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Just different climates, I guess. You know, just not used to it. So,
Hmm.
but but anyways, yeah. But yeah, 37 is pretty warm.
It is.
Yeah. But anyways, that's it for your experience there.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
sounds fun.
pretty much it.
Cool. You want to move into what we've been playing lately? Get some game talk in there.
Sure. Yeah. What have you been playing lately?
What have I been playing? Honestly, a bunch of different things, but one big one that came out a couple weeks ago, but I had to wait a week to get some money to get it. Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night.
Mhm.
Um, I'll just say right off the bat, it's absolutely fantastic. Like, and I gotta say, so I guess we can kind of bring some news in here too. But I'm playing the PS4 version, which is, as far as I can tell, near flawless. I have had a couple
Yeah.
hiccups here and there. But I kind of figured out why. It still needs to be fixed. But when I just exit like a room into a new area and I kill the first time I see like one shot really quick, it'll hiccup and
Hmm.
then load. It's only when he drops an item. It's like it takes a second to like find like what item it should drop or something. Um, and it happens every time really fast and just kill that first weak enemy or whatever. Then it kind of hiccups. But that's literally, I think. Oh, and I had one crash, but I played for like 30 hours, or maybe not quite, but something like that in the past week plus or whatever. And it crashed once, like 8 hours in. I remember telling my buddy because he just bought it too, and I was like, just so you know, like save often because you don't want to lose, hours progress, or grinding enemies for loot or whatever, and then you crash or something. But I
Yeah.
haven't had a crash since, and it's been a fantastic experience. Oh, but I was gonna say, yeah, I'm playing it on PS4, and I know that the Switch version is really awful right now.
Yeah. That's I've
Um,
heard.
yeah, performance-wise, like the loading, I guess, is really bad, but also the game looks not great at all. Um,
Huh.
although I look at it, it's fine. I'm not playing for the graphics. I mean, it looks kind of old anyway.
Yeah.
But you can see some of the what's that called, like jagginess or whatever, like the flickering polygons and stuff. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like the resolution's bad or something weird. I've seen it in videos and it's like it's not that bad, but whatever. It's just it needs to run better. It doesn't run well, so. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, but my experience has been again, barring those little things I wanted to mention up top, but it has been amazing. Like I think the game is
Whoa.
absolutely fantastic. Like,
Hmm.
and I haven't beat it yet, but well, I got a bad ending. I beat it. It's just like if you played Symphony of the Night, which I grew up playing, I still have it on PS1. Bought it on PS4 when they just put out that collection there earlier in the year.
Hmm.
Um, Symphony of the Night's one of my. It's always a game. Okay, I'll say right now it's one of my favorite games of all time, but I always forget to put it on my list. It's always RPGs, like straight up RPGs. Like Final Fantasy 3,
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger, Earthbound, Final Fantasy 8. Those will be like my top five. With like Final Fantasy 7 probably in there somewhere too. Um, maybe, but I'd really have to think about it. But anyways, but I always forget other genres because it's just I'm an RPG guy. I grew up an RPG guy. Those are the games I played over and over and over. But then Symphony of the Night should be in there too because I've gone through that game so many times and I feel like I almost know it front to back. So having a new this literally feels Bloodstained literally feels like a sequel because it has so many references, so many things that feel similar, but it just expands on it. I've heard the argument on Reddit and stuff, people saying, no, it's more of a sequel to like the GBA ones or the DS Castlevanias. And I can see there's an Aria of Sorrow mechanic. I'm pretty sure that's the right one, where you kill an enemy and you can get its like soul, its shard,
Hmm.
and has a chance to. That mechanic is straight out of Aria of Sorrow. But honestly, I think the whole game feels like Symphony of the Night. Um, just a ton of I don't know. The only other thing that I think was way better in Symphony of the Night was the music. The
Yeah.
music in Bloodstained is good, but it's just kind of forgettable. It's kind of just fine. There's a few tracks that I did get stuck in my head. I can still hear it right now. Um, but like in a good way. Like it's kind of a cool tune that I just hear over and over again. But The
Yeah.
rest of it's kind of either ambient or just kind of so-so. In Symphony of the Night, there was some like rock guitar and some like memorable. You don't like you'd walk into the library and you hear this like or classical music kind of stuff, and then you go to this area near the library in Symphony of the Night, and suddenly it's like heavy metal guitar, and it's like whoa, it jumps out at you. I don't remember any transitions like that where I go to a new area and it hits you with some cool tune.
Hmm.
It didn't really do that. I was kind of expecting it whenever I go to a new area, but um, there is one enemy though that actually has an electric guitar. You walk into the room and he starts jamming out on the guitar, which is kind of funny.
Hmm.
And then I kill him and then the music stops. It's like he just has like an extra guitar solo thing. I did fight him enough to collect his soul though, so I can summon him whenever I want to play guitar for me. But yeah. Anyways, the game has everything I've wanted. Like for a Kickstarter game that I always feared that kind of stuff. I didn't put any money towards it or nothing. Mighty Number Nine kind of was one of the ones that turned me off from it. It's just like, nope, I don't. I'll just wait and see how it turns out.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, do you have any interest in Bloodstained or any of those kind of games? Do you ever play Symphony of the Night or anything like that?
Yeah, I played Symphony of the Night a few times.
Cool,
I like it a lot. I
cool.
like those types of games.
So you probably would play Bloodstained someday.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
cool.
just the issue with Metroidvanias is that they're really big,
Yeah, yeah.
and I just get overwhelmed sometimes, and then I like have to stop for some reason, and I try to get back to it. I'm just like, what was I doing?
Yeah, I totally get you. If you ever do buy it, you should stream it because I can help you a little bit here and there.
Hmm.
Find some secrets. Feel like I'm super good at finding secrets too. Um, like that's the thing. It's just so rewarding. I also felt the overwhelmed thing early on. I think I tweeted it, or I just remember telling somebody, I was like, "Whoa, I'm overwhelmed in the first hour," because it's like, and it wasn't a good overwhelmed. It wasn't like a bad, but it was like literally overwhelmed. I don't want to play right now. Where it's like I could go up to this spot up here, which seems to be a big area. I could go east to this area, or I could go like continue south. And I don't know which one I should go to. Which one's going to lead to a dead end with an item? Which one's going to be an area I shouldn't be at yet? Which one, that was overwhelmed. Or like, I can't decide.
Mm.
So I had that moment early on, but then once you start playing it a lot and you start unlocking like double jump and different moves like that, you start thinking, oh yeah, where was that place? And you explore everywhere and try to find it.
Yeah.
Um, that's one thing I will say to other people listening or whatever is if you're unsure about getting it and you enjoyed Symphony of the Night back when, but maybe haven't played it much since or whatever, this game does hold on to a lot of those, I will say, archaic um, gameplay elements. For
Mm.
instance, you do have to travel a lot in places that you're like, I've been through this place 10 times already. I know it's somewhere over here I got to get to. At least you can put map markers on the map now, which is nice. But the fast travel, you have to literally find like a fast travel room, just like Symphony of the Night, um, and then go into that fast travel room, and it'll take you to another fast travel room. But you still have to walk either to the room or from the room to wherever you want to go. And so there's a lot of walking around, killing the same weak enemies. Um, I enjoy it because I end up finding more secrets or like forgetting about spots that now I have double jump, and it's like, oh, I can go up here. Oh, there's an item up here, or health
Yeah.
max up or whatever. Or
Hmm.
now where I'm at pretty much the end of the game, but I'm very thorough. I'm not speeding through. So it's probably like a 15-hour game maybe, but I've put 20, 25 hours in, but I keep going back to older areas to find secrets. Cuz I just got a shard now where if you level up, you can level up shards too. There's like a million items. There's like infinite I'm overwhelmed, not in a bad way, but like the weapon choices, the spell choices. You can play exactly how you want to play. And every replay is going to be different. Like I'm confident that like Symphony of the Night I've probably played through 10 times in the past 20 whatever years, maybe not even, but probably around there. And it's the same time. It's the same thing every time, generally speaking, because you get the same items at the same spot. You get whatever. It's all kind of the same. And when you get to the end, there's only like one build that's great. You know, maybe a couple little variations. But this game is like this time I'm going to go with these three skills that are completely different than the other ones I used out of hundreds. And the weapons, there's just like tons of weapon types, and they all have like special moves and like. Anyways, it's just awesome. But one final thing I want to say too is I cannot wait for the DLC stuff to come out
Hmm.
because like when they add a roguelike mode, I'm guessing that will really help me get to experience all the weapons because if it's randomized dungeons and like you're just trying to survive, I might find a spear this time that I've never tried before, or these I barely touched daggers in this game, let alone axes and like there's so many different things. Let alone what shards you get might change. I don't know depending on what enemies you fight, but roguelike mode could be cool.
Yeah.
So
Sounds super cool.
yeah, so I'm confident I'll get the platinum. So for
It's
Bloodstained, yeah,
good.
because I looked
You
at the.
better.
I'm already like yeah, I'm already. Oh, I got the platinum for Symphony of the Night / Rondo of Blood. Rondo of Blood was tough because I had never played that before. So,
Huh.
but Bloodstained, looking at the trophies, they're all stuff I can do. It's just like collect all the shards, or it's gonna take a while, but I know I can do it.
Hmm.
Although there's a couple hidden ones that I checked, or like defeat certain bosses. Don't know if there's like an ultra super hard boss or nothing. I think
Hmm.
there is, and I think I killed it, and I killed it really early. So
Hmm.
it was really hard, but it's an 8-bit one. It's like you go to this 8-bit dungeon, like a secret
Huh.
area. It was in the trailer or whatever, and that dungeon was really tough. I got some 8-bit specific magic spells though, which is kind of funny.
Cool.
Yeah, and then the boss was really tough. But I died only once, and then I went and fought him again. It's kind of a battle of attrition. You just got to learn to dodge his patterns and then just survive long enough. And then I farmed him over and over and over again because he drops some rare thing. But anyways, um, hey, in the Twitch chat we got Caveman.
Yeah.
He's just hanging out. Cool, cool.
Looks like
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, that's been Bloodstained. Honestly, it's been like a near perfect experience. It's way better than I thought it would be. So, because I'm leaving out a ton of stuff because there's like story and stuff too. Tons of character customization.
it. Hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty perfect in my opinion. Perfect as in like it hit everything I wanted it to hit and then some. So if I was gonna take points away for, like I said, those little hiccups I get or the fast travel stuff or the swimming's a little awkward, but you don't have to do much of it. But whatever.
Hmm.
If I was to take away points for those, I just think of all the other things that it does like 20 times more than I thought it would. So it's like it's a pretty close to perfect game if you like Symphony of the Night and wanted a new one basically. So yeah, I hope you get to try it sometime. Guitar.
Yeah, I'll probably do that at some point.
Cool, cool.
Um,
And so what have you been playing lately? I'm pretty sure I know.
do you know?
I think so. I know you've been streaming it.
Well, that's one of them.
Okay.
Um,
Surprise me then.
well, it goes with so,
Oh, it goes with the news.
huh?
Does it go with the news that you were gonna say?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Um, so this goes with something else. So long story short, last week I thought that you were going to stream.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
So
There was plans for it, and then we were
there's
gonna do Saturday, and it just fell through. Yeah.
yeah, which is totally fine.
Okay.
So I wrote an email
Ah,
at
yes.
zcpodcast1@gmail.com.
Wait,
Well,
wait. Who wrote an email?
I don't know. Is
Somebody
it?
else named Alex.
Oh, right, that's true. Same last name and everything. Um,
Yeah.
yes,
Well,
it's definitely not Cheetar.
and what's the email they wrote into?
Uh, they wrote in
Is
zcpodcast1@gmail.com.
awesome.
And you can write in there too right now, Caveman, and
You
tell
should.
us.
Caveman should. Totally.
Um,
Just write in. Tell us what your favorite games are, even.
yeah, we'll put it on the show.
Yep.
But so yeah, kind of like what I was playing. So since I was on vacation, I couldn't really do much. So I wrote this instead while I was out, and it goes as follows.
Go ahead.
Dear Zemus, I podcast with boxing gloves for hands. Not really though. I hope the podcast is going well. I need to bring up this great game I'm playing. It's called Magia Record, and it's on iOS and Android. It's a freemium game, but super fun. It's a spin-off of a cool anime called Puella Magi Madoka Magica. So
Definitely not written by G-Dar.
definitely not written by Cheetar. Is what it's so I've been playing this game. I haven't played a whole lot of it because of other game lately. But it's freemium, so it's made by Aniplex, and the same people who made like the Fate Grand Order.
Oh, okay.
And so basically what happens, it's a side story spin-off of the actual anime Madoka Magica, and it is like a tactics, not tactics, it's like an RPG type thing. And you have so many.
Like turn-based?
Yeah, it's turn-based,
Okay.
definitely. It's hard to explain, just how it plays. But let me try to bring up one just so I can see it for.
You doing it on your phone right now?
Yeah, I am.
Cool.
So you can have up to like up to 4 of your own characters out on the field. One extra is from. Oh, it's auto battling. No, stop. So yeah, you get up to 4 characters of your own on the field. The 5th one is a support character that you can grab from other people, like either your friends or just random people. So in the beginning of the game, it's really nice when people are level 50 and you're only level 12, so you can have like a support that's level 50,
right?
And then it just helps you carry. It's a rock paper scissors based.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, like Fire Emblem.
Well, not necessarily like that. I'm just talking about like weaknesses in general.
Okay. I think Fire Emblem's like that, where it's like sword, spear, magic, or something.
Yeah, not really like that. It's just more like just there's 2 different grids. There's like light, it's good against dark, and dark is good against light. And then there's another grid where it's like forest or fire is good against forest, which is good against water, which is good against fire, which is good against like it just never ending circle.
Gotcha.
So there's those 2 grids, and different characters have different attributes and things. Cool. So there are 3 different attacks. There's a blast attack, which can either go. Think of it as like, did you ever play Battle Network?
Kind of on an emulator once a long time ago. Yeah,
okay.
it's a left to right grid.
Stuff, like 3 or 4 rows, like on a grid.
Yep.
I
think the new South Park RPG game is like that too.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah.
But yeah, like so, there's 3 rows, so there are 9 slots there, and so the blast one you can take out a row, like either horizontally or vertically,
right?
Or attack a row, not necessarily take out. There's excel, which is like your magic attack, and then there's a charge, which gives you, if you do that one first, you would get like a boost in blast or excel, or also like charge up your magic, so you can, once you have 3 charge up things, then you can like cast a spell like heal and stuff. And like there's actually like a lot of depth to it, which is really cool. And it's freemium, so like you don't have to spend money.
Do you get like booster packs with characters or something?
Yeah, you roll for stuff. So like you just play through the game, and they seem very forgiving right now, especially because it just started last Monday or Tuesday. You just get gems, and you use those gems to roll for like 10 things. And there's a cool thing in this game that they didn't do in the other ones, where if you keep rolling and rolling on like one of them, on like one of the regular roll sections, not like the friends roll, like on the quote unquote like paid rolls, which is like I just earn the gems, I don't pay for them. If you keep rolling and you do 100 rolls, you are then guaranteed like a high level character.
That's cool.
So like you're never just like you won't just keep rolling for eternity for a high level character. Like you'll get one. You won't necessarily get the one you want, but you'll get someone who's a 3-star or 4-star. So
and it goes up to 5-star. It's like
4-star is the highest.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Which is weird because normally it's 5-star.
Right. Yeah.
The other game is 5-star.
And this is called Magia Record or Record.
Yeah, Magia Record.
Magia Record. Okay.
Yeah, so it's based on, like I said, it's a side story based on an anime called Madoka Magica. It's a magical girl anime, but it's like a dark magical girl anime. It's kind of like how Evangelion's a deconstruction of mech anime.
Right.
This is like the deconstruction of magical girl anime.
Okay. Cool.
But it's very, very good.
You gonna be playing it for a while yet?
Yeah, I'm on chapter 2 right now. Well, the main reason as well I'm playing it is that there's going to be anime. I think it's this fall coming out based on the game.
Cool.
And the game just came out in America here. So far I'm liking it. Chapter 2 is a little it's
Right.
kind of dumb story, but chapter 1's pretty good, and supposedly chapter 3 is really, really good. So it'd be interesting to see an anime based off of this, especially
Is
with
it the kind of freemium game where you can just play whenever you want, or does it limit you? Like, can you only do so many battles a day or something?
you have AP, so
Right,
like so
right.
many different like battles take so much AP.
Gotcha. So
I
it's on a
haven't
stamina
unlocked
system kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah,
Cool.
I haven't unlocked it yet, but there is something called like mirror mode or something, which is PvP,
Oh, okay.
and that takes its own separate AP.
Ah, has its own
So
currency. Yeah.
basically, you can like if you still want to play, you can after you run out of AP, you could go play the mirror mode and just grind there and do PvP,
That's cool.
and then come back because you should have at least enough to do like another mission
Battle.
or
Yeah.
something. So like it's not like other games where it's like, well, I'm done.
Yeah. There's always something to do.
You can just keep playing. Yeah, there's always something to do.
That's cool.
So it's fun.
Cool. I'm glad.
Yeah. Have you been playing anything else?
Well, I will say then, that it's probably here right now, but I'm waiting for a package to show up.
Right.
I ordered Civilization 6 for Switch from Amazon,
Mhm.
over the weekend. And since I got Amazon Prime, I thought, oh, I should start ordering more games. Like I don't want PS4 games, but like on disc, I mean.
Mhm.
But Switch games, since I only have the basic memory in there, and I'm like, and I don't mind owning Nintendo games on the actual discs or the whatever they're called, the memory card things. Um, what are they called anyway? Game sticks? I don't know. They're not discs.
So
What was that?
probably still a cartridge
Cartridge, I guess. Wow. Yeah, I guess Nintendo's doing cartridges again. I haven't thought about that.
because I mean the 3DS is technically a cartridge.
Yeah, true. And it's the same kind of dealie. So yeah, all right. Um, but yeah, I've been waiting. I kind of bought a Switch. I mean, I don't mean this 100%, but I kind of bought it to play Civ 6 eventually.
Mhm.
Like that was a big thing when I saw that was coming to Switch, and I saw the reviews that it runs great and it's all fine. Hopefully it gets the expansions later and stuff, but we'll see. But I do know they said that it was more successful than they expected, so that's you should tell you that they're bringing the expansions, but we'll see. Um, but I didn't want to pay 80, 90 bucks for it, so I thought I'll just wait. I bought Smash instead right off the bat.
Yeah.
And a bunch of indie games since and whatever. I also bought Into the Breach like a week ago. Well, I don't have to really talk about that much, um, but anyways, it's basically a kaiju like strategy game, but bite size, almost puzzly, but
Okay.
anyways, yeah, Civ 6 though, I am a sucker for board game, like digital board games, especially when they're like RPG stuff,
Mhm.
like resource management and like leveling up units and I used to love like Command and Conquer back in the day and that kind of stuff too, but and StarCraft now, but it gets so competitive. Um,
Yeah.
I'm just not into that. I like more relaxed, kind of build up my base and kind of send units out mostly for defense, but kind of explore. So Civ is kind of perfect for that because there's no stress. There's no time. Nothing's in real time. It's all like a board game. You have a
Yeah.
turn and you just so I love Civ 5 on PC. Was always afraid Civ 6 wouldn't run on this PC. Plus, I don't like playing PC games anyway.
Yeah.
I'd rather be able to sit wherever I want or play on my TV, and the Switch is
Mhm.
perfect for that. Um, anyways, so that's the only other thing I'm just waiting for. It's probably in my mail right now because I've been following the tracking all day today.
Cool.
So that's about it. Yeah. So next week, I'm sure I'll put a couple hundred hours into Civ 6. No, I don't know. But
For some
anyways,
reason, like I own Civ 5. Maybe that's the one I played.
oh maybe.
No, not Civ 5. Civ 4.
Oh, okay. I don't think I played 4. I think I played one on Super Nintendo, like way back when. I think I rented
Yeah.
it once, and it's not very good because you can't see the whole map and it takes forever to scroll. It's like
Mhm.
at the time I'm sure it was amazing, but whatever. It's no SimCity. I think SimCity on Super Nintendo is perfect. But
SimCity is always great.
yes, SimCity 4 I think was the one that I played a lot of on
Mhm.
PC. Even up to kind of recently, maybe a year ago, I was still playing that. But that new SimCity reboot thing they did there seemed to fail and kind of disappear.
Oh yeah.
The one that Greg Miller bought a whole new computer for.
Yeah.
But
That's right. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm trying to load up my Steam right now. It's like I hate Steam
yeah,
because I never turn it on.
Yeah.
I turned it off so like it won't auto update and auto turn
Okay.
all time, like how it always tries to.
Mm-hmm.
I've limited that to just Discord now only.
Gotcha.
um,
Yeah, Discord's the only thing that comes up auto for me too.
yeah. Now
Yes,
it's telling me that my password's incorrect.
but yeah, Civ 5. I bought it a few years ago because a buddy had it. Actually, I just found out the other day that my buddy also has Civ 6, and he never told me. I had no idea. He's like, "Oh, you should have got it on a computer," but I'm like, "No, I'm good."
Hmm.
Because we used to play a little bit of Civ 5, but those games go on way too long, especially in multiplayer, and we never finish. At least against a computer, I can leave it for a couple days and come back.
Yeah.
But online, it's just I don't know, it's just not for me. But yeah, Civ 5, I got expansions with it. I got a bunch of different um, uh, Civs, I guess they're called.
Hmm.
And yeah, played the heck out of Civ 5. I think Civ 6 has a little less features because it's still new. Um, so I can't expect it to have everything that Civ 5 had and more, but we'll see. But I think it's still going to be amazing. It's probably going to be all I play at night. Like when I go to bed, I'll bring my Switch to bed and just play that.
Yeah.
Don't know what the battery life's going to be like though, but we'll see. But if
Okay,
I
I guess
get,
Civ. I
if
thought
what?
I did.
You don't even have it at all?
No, I thought I did.
Oh,
I played it somewhere.
oh. Yeah,
Maybe
Civ 5 is pretty good.
I played on PS something.
Oh, there was Civ Revolution on PSP and PS3.
Maybe I played it on PS3.
Played a demo for it on PSP. Um, but yeah, I don't think they ever brought those out to PS4 or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it here on
Okay.
Steam. Oh well.
But anyways, yeah, next week I'll probably be talking a little bit about that.
Yeah.
So I'll save it.
I have to turn off Steam, otherwise they'll yell at me.
So what's the big game that you've been playing? Tell us about it. I got
Big game I'm playing.
I got questions. Yeah.
You got questions?
Yeah. Oh, I think
Okay.
so. We'll see. But the one you've been streaming, what have you been playing?
Spoilers. So yeah, I've been playing Super Mario Maker 2, and it's very, very fun. I got it through the voucher program through Nintendo.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I looked up. It's 139 here. You can't get that for two games, but that's still down from again. They're $90 a piece, so
Yeah,
it's a good deal.
yeah, because they're like $60 a piece here. So
Yeah, explain the voucher thing just for other people.
so yeah, basically, if you have Nintendo Online, you are able to buy 2 digital games through Nintendo's eShop.
Yep.
And so it's $100. You get 2 vouchers, and you can use those at any time within that year. So
Yep.
from
That includes big full price, like big games. You know, like obviously the biggest Nintendo games. So
yeah, like it includes third party and first party.
yeah.
Because like if you
And since
there's
you
a
can use it later, you can just wait till Pokemon comes out, or like you can buy it now, get one game, and then just use the other bit on a later game, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
So like the other one's just sitting around for me right now.
right.
But yeah, I have so yeah, I use one to get Mario Maker, so I downloaded it early.
Cool.
So I had to connect to like airport Wi-Fi at midnight, so it was 9 p.m. Pacific time when I was in Pacific time. Just to like click on it and just say like, yes, I'm able to play this now.
That's cool.
Uh,
That works.
yeah, because like it was already all downloaded. I didn't have to download it; it was just all there. And yeah, so I have the extra voucher just still sitting around. I'm probably gonna use it on Zelda, just because I don't think that a game that small is worth $60 to
Right.
me.
I was gonna say now you got to specify which Zelda because there's a couple coming.
Link's Awakening remake.
Right.
Um,
Do you have any interest at all in the Astral Chain?
no,
Not at all, eh?
it looks cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, me
so
too. Yeah.
I don't want to buy it.
That's where I am too. So yeah.
Maybe I'll wait.
Yeah. Might come up out of nowhere though and start getting 10 out of 10s and it's like exactly
Yeah.
the game you want, but who knows at this point.
I'm also kind of thinking about Dragon Quest Builders too. So
You mean Dragon Quest 11?
no Dragon Quest Builders too.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest 11 looks awesome though.
Oh, okay, cool. Good
I
deal.
want to play that. Wait, is it 11?
Yep, it's 11. Echoes
Yeah,
of a Elusive Age, I think.
Yeah. So like the 11S or whatever, it looks
Mhm.
awesome because of the 16-bit aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like I would play that game. I've never played Dragon Quest 11, but I would play it just as that only.
Sure. I'm definitely gonna be trying that. So that's
Yeah.
definitely probably my next big purchase is that
Yeah.
one. Because the reviews are already out for PS4 and that, so I kind of already know what I'm getting. As long as the
Mhm.
performance is good, and I'm sure we'll know when it comes out.
Yeah.
But the only other one is Pokemon for the end of the year for me, but that's an iffy. We'll see how it turns out. It's right now it hasn't been all that positive with a lot of the stuff that's going on with it, but we'll see.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, there'll be
Like
tons of stuff we don't even know about it in there, I'm sure.
yeah.
So,
But yeah, Mario Maker. It's
yeah,
super fun. I've been streaming it the
yeah,
past couple of days.
I've been checking out your streams. That's pretty much. I mean, I've seen one other stream, but that's pretty much been all I've seen is what you've been playing. And it looks pretty
Yeah.
cool.
It's fun. It's very interactive with people. Just because I'm like, hey, I'll play your levels, and then they want that feedback as well,
Yeah.
because they're people who are just now starting to make levels, and they just want to know like there's one person in particular who was just like, hey, I want to have some feedback. I want to know what I could do better to make this level
Right.
better.
Yeah, you're really
And
good with that too.
I would hope.
Yeah, and checkpoints are the way to Cheetar's heart. more
Yeah,
more checkpoints.
honestly, yeah, because like so many games, I'm so used to Celeste now and like stuff like that.
Right. Just
Like,
instant. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, just instant. Like I can keep trying, keep trying, keep trying,
Yeah.
and I understand that if there is a conditional like sort of goal,
Ah, right.
like
Carrying something to the goal or something.
get 20 coins and then the goal will appear, then checkpoints don't actually work on those
Yeah.
stages,
Yeah, that makes
so I'm
sense.
more understanding for those.
Hmm.
However, every other stage, if it's longer than I don't know, if it's hard and if it's longer than maybe 2 screens, you should have a checkpoint at
Yep,
least.
yep. Yeah, I was seeing that watching you. There was that one in particular that I just fell in love with, that one map because it didn't seem ridiculously difficult. Like I could see what you need to do. The one you remember you had the swings and then you like found the shortcut.
Oh yeah, the one my friend Spencer made.
Yeah, there you go. Yes.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
level
because it
stuck.
got
It's the
two
only level that I
shortcuts.
remember besides Desert Bus.
Yeah, but yeah, I got 2 shortcuts. Remember, because like I did the one where I like ran past the bullet bills and
Hmm.
then jumped up and did like this thing, so I got to the next mushroom. But then I also jumped on the bullet bills to get through a
Yeah.
left.
Yep.
There were 2 different shortcuts, and
Yeah, that's so
apparently
cool.
Spencer though he said I hid stars because I couldn't beat it.
Oh, yeah. Like, but there definitely should have been a checkpoint after the star part and then the fire.
Yeah,
Because it's like, although you did find those shortcuts to help a little bit, but still, I felt like there should be a checkpoint right when you get through that star part. Um, I felt like there should be a checkpoint there because then, see, I remember the level so well. Because then you get to those dry bones, and then you have to fight
dry
the
boots and the boomer or
stomper guy, yeah, and then you got to fight another one down below, and then also try to break the wall, and then Bowser's like, there should have been a checkpoint
yeah. Well, the
somewhere.
issue was that I think his name is Boomer.
Yeah, that
Um,
sounds right.
he is very unpredictable. Like that's even a thing that Spencer said in the chat, where
Right.
he's just like the RNG on him is a little too much.
Oh, okay. Like how he jumps and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or just like where
he's
he goes.
clever.
Because I
Oh,
tried to trap him.
yeah, and he just
I
jumps up.
trapped him that one time
Yeah,
where I
but
trapped him to the
sometimes he decides to follow you. Yeah,
left.
keeps him.
Yeah,
He's very unpredictable.
he
Yeah,
is.
but I think that was the best level that stood out to me. Could use some visual work and whatever because I'm all about the aesthetics, and I've seen some levels that are like really pretty. That feel
Well,
like
that
actual
last
art.
one I played, was it Bird Hairs? No, no,
I
it
don't
was
know if I
someone
saw it because I was playing Borderlands with a buddy.
else. But there was one I played where they're like fireballs coming down. I had to just like dodge them. It was another Mario World one.
Okay,
But it was very good aesthetically.
cool.
Uh,
I probably would have liked it then. I'm all about that. So, but you got to
yeah,
build it functional first, and then you can add a bunch of cool
yeah.
stuff. But yeah.
But I really like that one level. I need to get back to it. The ski slopes one, because like once I figured out how to do it,
Oh, I don't know if I saw that, or I don't
I think
remember it.
you did. It
Maybe.
was Mario 3.
And there was
Uh,
like ski slopes.
like it was just a bunch of slopes. I had to just keep jumping and sliding,
Man,
and there
no,
were a bunch of icicles. And
I don't know why
because you
that.
showed up around that time, that was the
Oh,
first time you showed up. It was like the first stream.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know why, but just that Spencer level then stuck with me. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's so many cool ideas in there that I was just like, yeah, got me thinking like, man, I kind of want this game.
yeah, but yeah, that was a level where I was like, I'll play this if you come back to the stream, and he never did.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, I need to play that one again just because I liked it and it was just really difficult. So that was the first level where I was like, I need to stop
Oh, okay. Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's taking too long and
Got to move
there's a
on.
queue.
Yeah.
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 But I created a thing or I got the thing from Bird Hair. It was nice.
The bot thing?
The bot,
You did
yeah.
do that, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, I set that up.
Cool.
I need to figure out how it works
Okay.
properly. But they're like commands for them.
Awesome.
And basically you do like exclamation point add and it adds it to a queue
Yeah.
and then it'll just like post it
That's
and it'll
cool.
say like how many I've beaten and there'll be like a bar as
And
well.
specifically for Mario Maker kind of stuff, or just kind
Um,
of generalized for playing people's levels and other games too?
it's generalized for other things, but it's set to Mario Maker
Oh, it
2
has. Okay.
because there are um there's a certain like syntax for levels. So like three characters dash three characters dash three characters.
Gotcha.
So if it's
Yeah.
not something like that, then it will say like this isn't a right
Yeah.
thing. Um,
That's cool though. That should be handier than making a doc for it and stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Cool.
And at least with the older Mario Maker, there was that bookmark website. So like what the older bot apparently used to do with the older game was it would also validate it. So it would go to the bookmark website and make sure that it's a real level.
Cool.
And like no one like accidentally like typed it in incorrectly.
Right. Yeah. My experience with this kind of stuff is through. I played a lot of Little Big Planet,
Mm,
especially the first one. I was in
yeah.
the beta. My beta levels will still be up. But I was in the beta for Little Big Planet and made like a big monster truck and like all that stuff. And then when Little Big Planet 2 came out, that was like a much more polished, bigger game. And they
Mm,
also launched a website. And I think it was like lbp.me, and you had your
yeah.
own profile, and like it felt so much like the Mario Maker when you're going to people's profiles, or like and it has all this data, who people
Mm,
who beat it, and you can like it and all this stuff. That's what that website was. So it totally reminded me of that littlebigplanet.me site, where you kind of get obsessed with like people liking your stages and liking your profile, and it's like you want to make more stuff just to
yeah.
get all that stuff. For a maker, I know you're not so much a creator in that sense, but yeah, not
Mhm.
yet anyway. But that was what I was all about. I played other levels too, but I just wanted to create cool stories and cool levels. But so I would
Yeah.
totally do that in Mario Maker. That'd be the first thing I would do is learn all the tools. And but I just really I have all these ideas. I just want to make a Mario 2 level because of the
Yeah.
alternate world thing, and obviously pulling things out of the ground that you don't know what they're going to be. You could use that as interesting boss fights and stuff. Like, oh,
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see Mario 2 or Mario 3D World actual 3D version.
oh, I think actually, I'm so glad you brought this up because I thought of this yesterday and I meant to write it down as a topic. Um, I think we know 100% what Mario Maker 3 is going to be.
Oh, yeah.
It's totally going to be Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine and all that kind of stuff, right? At least three of them. Like it's got to be the 3D
Yeah.
stuff. Like what else is there? Galaxy maybe. They'll have like three different
Galaxy would be too
worlds.
hard, I feel.
But if it's its own thing, right? Like if they're because I
Yeah.
know that Mario 1 and 3 and World share, right?
Mhm.
Is that correct? In Maker
Yeah.
2? Okay. So I think in Mario Maker 3 they'll have three distinct separate things because they're
Mhm.
very different from each other, I think. I think so. They'll add new stuff and whatever. Like maybe add carts and stuff in Mario 64 type graphics and whatever. And they'll add because yeah, technically you could make like races and stuff. Like you could have some cool stuff. When you go
Yeah.
3D, you could do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because you could do like battle mode stuff. Like um, yeah, you could go crazy with three distinct styles. So I don't know much about Mario Sunshine, so I don't know how different that one is from the other ones. Besides that, Mario has the water spraying stuff, but I don't know how the level.
Yeah, the water spring thing changes a lot of the game.
Okay. Um,
So they might ignore that one.
yeah, yeah, and then Galaxy as well, though, right? So it's like I don't know, and they probably won't
Galaxy
do
has
Odyssey or anything like
power
that.
ups.
Yeah, it's
Like
tough.
Mario 64 is pretty vanilla. Like the only power ups it really has is the wing cap, metal, and invisibility.
Yeah, well, yeah, true, but because I guess a lot of stuff carries over to other games too. Like I'm thinking like the races where you're sliding down slopes and stuff, in 64.
Yeah.
And then obviously the different themes, a lot of underwater. Um, I played a lot of N64 or Mario 64 way back when. Never owned it, but
Yeah.
played a lot of it. Yeah, I don't know. If they go really full on with three, they could do actually where you build it. You can have your castle with the paintings and stuff.
Hmm.
But I don't know if they go that far. But maybe it's the third one. They gotta one up it somehow. So
Yeah, or who knows? Maybe that's how you act. Maybe you walk around a 3D world and then you just like go into the castle and then
yeah, for sure.
there's different paintings there.
Because Mario Maker 1 and 2 never had worlds or like progression, or it's just here's a level. So it'd be cool if that's the next step, is like here you have a map, or you not a map, but like a castle you run around, and there's different
Yeah.
entrances for levels. And
The only thing that 2 has is that it has a story mode now,
right, right.
which unlocks 2 new power ups.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because someone had to teach me how to use the power ups since I'd never seen them. There was one with Builder Mario.
Oh yeah, I saw
Where,
you
like,
learn. Yep,
yeah, where I have to like throw a box. I can make
and he has
boxes.
a hammer
Yeah,
and a hard
and you
hat
can
and stuff.
break
Yeah,
the hard blocks, which normally only a bonsai bill can destroy.
that's cool.
And then there's also I haven't seen it yet, but the Super Ball from Mario Land.
Oh yeah, Game Boy stuff. I never even thought of that. Huh.
Yeah, so like the Super Ball from
Yeah.
Mario Land, the Fire Super Ball or whatever, which is
Okay.
just like the equivalent of the Fire Flower in Mario Land from the Game Boy.
Gotcha.
That's in there.
Can you hop in a little airplane?
No,
No, you sure?
nah, pretty sure.
Oh, I did
No
see
one's
you
shown
hop
me
in a
yet.
little machine or something though.
Oh yeah, the clown car.
That's what is that what it was? And you were
Yeah,
shooting
it's
with
from
it?
Mario World.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. They added a ton of stuff to this game that's new to me. So
Well, the clown car's from the first game.
Mario. Oh, from Mario Maker.
Yeah,
But okay, well, still, I don't know anything about that one. But I just mean like
I mean it's
compared to
from
Mario
Mario World
World.
too. It's the clown car that
Oh, okay.
Bowser flies.
Yeah, but I mean that's not in the
Yeah,
original games. So
yeah,
that's all
yeah,
new
yeah.
to me. Or like even that high heel shoe you were jumping around in.
Oh yeah, that's a Mario Maker original.
Okay, or even holding. I think it was like the you were holding something on your head, like a spike helmet or something, or a shell, or a
Yeah, it's a
busy beetle shell or something.
Yeah, whenever you find a shell or something, starting with the first Mario Maker, you can like hold down and just wear a helmet.
Yeah, see, that's awesome. That's all. That's stuff I didn't know about. So I didn't expect there to be that much new stuff besides what they showed in the trailer, which is like the go kart and things like that. You know.
Yeah,
Um, but anyways, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm serious though. If they add Mario 2 as DLC or whatever, then I'm really considering.
you
'Cause
better.
yeah, I mean,
The only
I don't want to
issue
spend
is
the
you have
90
to beat
bucks
your
though.
own levels.
What was that?
You have to beat your own levels in order to upload them.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. What?
Yeah.
Not that I would ever make hard levels. I mean, I make them more difficult than traditional levels,
Yeah. But I'm just saying,
yeah.
like, you have to do that though,
Okay, that's
because
weird.
it's so like you can't just have troll levels that just have no.
That's great. Like you just fall down a pit or something.
Yeah, like
That's
oh,
interesting.
there's no way to win. No, there has to be a way to win.
Yeah, yeah. I would never do that anyway.
Yeah.
I would spend so long making levels, but yeah, I just want to make a Mario 2 level with all the different stuff too, because it would. Oh, but it probably would be separate. Yeah, it would just be Mario 2, because that's how they do Mario 3D World. Yeah, can't share stuff, but that's fine. There's enough in Mario 2 for sure.
Yeah.
With Super Jump and yeah, um, vegetables, and they'd probably add stuff too, I guess, or no, like new stuff.
Maybe.
'Cause do you know? Have you played 3D World, the original one?
Yeah, like on Wii U. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so is there new stuff that's in Maker 2 for 3D World that wasn't in? It's 2D for one, right?
Yeah.
So that's different already,
There might be a couple thing like
like power
the
ups and stuff.
car is one thing.
Okay.
Um, I just know like a lot of like random things that, like for example, the clown car, like you said, didn't really exist,
Yeah.
but in
It's also in 3D World though,
I think
because I
so.
know they don't share assets with World and Mario 3 and 1.
Well, no, they do and they don't share like physics and stuff.
Oh, I thought it was it's its own thing. So there's no
It is its own
mushroom
thing
power up, no,
too.
or whatever. There's no like traditional.
Like it is its own thing too, but like
Okay.
it still shares some of the same things.
Some
The
of the
only
same thing.
difference is like between Mario, original Mario 3 and World and New Super Mario Bros. Um, they all are running the same build essentially.
Yeah,
So if you
yeah.
switch between those, then it'll
But
bring up that level, but in that version.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was aware of that. So I thought Mario
Yeah.
3D World was a completely separate. Like,
I mean, it is separate from if you want to do Mario World, you have to delete everything
oh, okay,
from
that's what I was.
scratch
Yeah,
because it's so different.
so that's what I'm
But I mean,
saying.
there's
Mario
still some
2 would
things
probably fall
there.
under.
There's still some things there
Yeah.
though that like that it shares with like Mario World or whatever.
Okay. See, I figured that Mario 2 would be on its own completely,
Hmm.
probably because of the weird, like you'd have the two worlds, with the potions thing, and
It
um,
might. Who
yeah,
knows? It might go in that empty
yep,
slot there
yeah, yeah,
because they have the game modes and they have another thing that says other game modes and Mario 3D World's there and there's a giant empty space.
yeah, exactly. I wonder. I guess you'd have to choose your character too, because they all play so differently. You need them for certain secrets and stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's why they didn't do Mario 2
Although
because it's kind of different.
I could see maybe they wouldn't do Mario 2.
Yeah,
Maybe they do Mario Land because the Super Bowl's in it now.
yeah. Oh, I did notice that they have the Mario 2 doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw that and I was like, they got some Mario 2 stuff. I don't know about any other stuff, but they should have the vegetables thing, if anything.
Yeah,
There's
no,
no
the doors have
reason.
been there since the first one,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
but
They should have just add the vegetables thing. That's really all I need, to be honest. Because then I can make a Mario 2 and like visuals. I don't need special weird mechanics or nothing.
yeah.
But although the enemies are special too, the shy guys, the little jumping birds and stuff, and you can jump on them without squashing them, so it plays different.
Yeah.
You can literally pick them up
I
and
mean,
stuff.
you
I
can
like
give
that.
anything like you could give a Buzzy Beetle wings and
Hmm.
then you can just sit on them.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just want my vegetables. Just give me the vegetables and stuff. I just want to pick
Eat
them
your
up and throw them
vegetables.
around. Yeah, mainly what I want. But
Yeah.
anyways,
But yeah, it's really fun.
cool. It looks
I
good.
like
Looks like they did a good job. Like I haven't seen any bugs or anything. It's been awesome. Oh, and it's got Mario Paint music, which is everything to me.
yeah.
Somebody was on a menu or something. It was just playing like the main theme from Mario Paint. It was awesome.
Yeah. Mario Paint's so good.
Yeah, it sucks that you can't really. I mean, I did a stream like a year ago using my drawing tablet playing Mario Paint on my computer. And it turned out really cool. It worked really good because all I had to do was set. Uh, it's hard to explain, but it was like set a surface area or whatever, like what moves what where. So like half of my tablet would work because it was different dimensions, right? Different resolutions. So
Mhm.
um, because it was just treating it like a mouse, but
Yeah.
in the emulator screen, so I couldn't. Anyways, I got it working perfectly though,
It's awesome.
and of course the drawings are way better because I don't have to use the NES or the SNES mouse or nothing. So
Yeah.
using my drawing tablet worked perfectly. So it's really good.
Huh.
Um, yeah, so that was really cool.
Maybe I could stream Mario Paint.
Yeah, like with a mouse or whatever.
Cause I have Mario Paint still.
Oh, you mean like?
Original one.
Oh, jeez. So you mean the actual SNES mouse? Oh,
Yeah.
oh boy, does that still work?
Yeah.
You should totally do that, man. Just for the music. I just want to hear the music. But that'd be fun. That'd be pretty cool. Make little animations and stuff.
Yeah. Assuming it works with my Retron.
Right. I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's anything special, right? As long as the mouse. Oh, you're talking about the mouse. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my only
You'd
concern.
have to just probably Google it or something, right? It would probably tell you right
Yeah.
away. I bet you it would work. They would have thought of that.
Yeah.
Super
Who
Scope,
knows?
though. I don't know.
It's true. No Yoshi's Safari for me.
Nah. I literally today was on Reddit and scrolling through, and somebody posted a video, and it's like beat Yoshi's Safari on hard mode or whatever without dying. And I started to watch the video, but I stopped it. It didn't work right or something on
Huh.
my phone. So I was gonna watch it on the computer, but I forgot. That's so funny though. Love used to love Yoshi's Safari. But
I
all
never
right,
played it.
no,
No.
we can move on to some interesting topics to finish up here.
Sure.
Um, do you mind if I go first? Get this one
You can
done.
go first.
Then I
It's
can,
fine.
cause then I can put my phone away and I don't have to. All right. Besides that, I wrote a note to myself to remember to go over emails at the end.
All
So
right.
don't worry, we'll get the emails. I have a few notes here, but there's only really one that I'm gonna go to, and I kind of mentioned it to you at the beginning of the show there, the pre-show, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you have, and I want to do mine as well afterwards, but you know what? This should be so we should have a segment that's like get to know your podcasters or something.
Hmm.
And because I don't know you that well. I mean, I've been talking to you for months or whatever.
Yeah.
But people listening, don't know anything about us. But it's also what I mean is it's good for us, for me to learn a bit about you, but also even better for them.
Yeah.
Um, just gaming related, either history questions or your ideal this or a favorite whatever. Just on the spot kind of questions that even if you can't come up with something, it's an interesting discussion.
Okay.
But yeah, it'd be a fun segment, I think. But anyways, like a reoccurring thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, mine was basically, do you have an ideal style of game or things you look for or whatever that means to you? Just when you see a game coming out, like for instance, for me, just I'm not going to go into my thing, but like this game Outer Worlds is coming.
Hmm.
You've heard of it, right?
Yeah.
It's from Obsidian, and they did Fallout New Vegas, which I loved back when. But I haven't
Yeah.
thought about them or that kind of style of game in forever. Besides Fallout 4, which I enjoyed, but I don't know what this game is yet, so I'm kind of waiting for them to show the RPG stuff, show the how much depth is in there and everything for it to grab
Yeah.
me.
Like people compared it to it's Fallout New Vegas, but with like Borderlands ness.
Those are two of my favorite things, or at least they were on PS3 anyway. I'm a,
Yeah.
and that was kind of out of necessity because there wasn't a lot of RPGs that I liked back then.
Yeah.
So I had to find them elsewhere in shooters and things like that. But anyway, so something like that, I'm still waiting to get those things that jump out at me. So, anyways, I want to know, Cheetar, what things jump out to you when a game is announced and you're like oh, we're talking about Astral Chain, for instance. So, what are things that you look for um, in it? However you take that, just whatever you want to bring up
Okay.
or whatever. Yeah,
Things I look.
because it could be like obviously features or like a genre or just you know or like why do you love Mario Maker so much? Have you always loved platformers? So that's like one of your favorite things, or like things like that.
Okay. Um. Yeah. Like platformers have always been a big deal
Cool.
for me. Like I remember playing like Donkey Kong Country 2
Right.
like all the time when I was younger. Because it's funny because like we owned it, and then also my grandparents had it at their place too. So
Cool.
I would always just like whenever I would go there, we'd play either Donkey Kong Country 2, Country, Mario World, or actually maybe they didn't have Mario World, maybe they only had All Stars. But they also had like NHL, which
Awesome.
I didn't own, but I only played it there.
Cool.
My older sister actually has that Super Nintendo now. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I've always just had an affinity for platforming
Sonic,
platformers.
Sonic 2, right, and stuff like that, or Sonic as well.
Well, like Sonic is a interesting thing. Like I never owned a Genesis when I was younger. I had a Sega Game Gear,
Ah,
so I played the awful Sonics
all
on
right.
there.
Is
They're
that
still fun.
3D Blast? Is that on there?
No, 3D Blast is a
Or
Saturn and
I swear there's like
CD.
a Blast or something, or is Sonic Spinball on there? No, there's something.
Spinball was on both
Oh,
on
okay.
Genesis but yeah, I had Spinball on my
Oh, okay. Okay.
Game Gear. I had Sonic the Hedgehog,
Right.
which is I think it came out the same time. It's an 8-bit version of Sonic, but it came out on the Master System, so it's the same game.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a Game Gear is essentially a portable Master
Right.
System, which
Right.
is really cool.
I'll just say
Uh,
really quick, I did play Game Gear once.
yeah,
Well, I don't know how I would have been after 11 because I moved um, down south here. I was like 11 or 12 years old in this apartment building, and one of the kids there or something, I don't know, it's a long time ago, so I don't really remember. But he had a Game Gear and he let me play it, and I just remember playing Jungle Book. Um,
oh yeah,
pretty sure I don't know what is the bear. You know what I'm talking about, the bear in Jungle Book, whatever. He's like a
Ooh.
pilot, so maybe it's not Jungle Book. It's like a cartoon that they had.
Tailspin?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He flies an airplane.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's because that's
yeah.
that.
Tailspin is where Baloo
Yes,
from the
Tailspin.
Jungle Book
Yes.
flies it.
Okay, I'm getting it all mixed up. Okay, so I remember.
That's a good.
So it was Tailspin. I just remember flying in an airplane and shooting things, and it
Yeah,
worked. And it was color, and it worked really cool. It was pretty cool. So that's my only Game Gear thing that I can remember. But yeah,
yeah. I mean, I had a bunch of other Game Gear games too. Like I had yeah, there was a platformer for Lion King on Game Gear, and it was
wow,
really really good.
that's cool. Like the Super
Uh,
Nintendo one, I always hear it's really good.
Yeah,
Probably the same
and
kind of.
like it's very similar to the Nintendo one,
Gotcha.
honestly.
Okay.
And then I also had Aladdin on the Game Gear, which played very similarly to like a Prince of Persia.
Oh,
Like
okay. Does it play like the Super Nintendo one? 'Cause that's the one I played a lot. Aladdin on Super Nintendo is fantastic.
it's it actually plays more differently than the Super Nintendo one.
Oh,
It's
okay.
slow.
Oh, really?
It's slower paced. I don't know. It feels like Prince of Persia, like the old
Oh, wow, that
Prince of
much.
Persia.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Interesting.
Uh, I don't know. I had like a Power Rangers fighting game on there.
Cool. Played a lot of those back in the day.
Berenstain Bears
Baron
game.
Baron Stain Bears, yeah.
Berenstain Bears. I had to like make myself say that.
I know.
But yeah, it's like a platformer, it's like an easy platformer.
Sure.
Um, other stuff like that. So I mean, like I've always liked platformers a lot. Like even like playing Mario World, I liked a lot. Donkey Kong
Yeah.
Country 2, I already said.
Yeah.
So I guess to go back to the question at hand,
Mhm.
I tend to gravitate towards platformers. So like games that are made for me are things like when Shovel Knight was announced.
Right. I still gotta
Like
play that.
that ticked a lot of things because I recently had played DuckTales
Oh yeah. The
for
remastered
like the
one?
first time. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
well, because I never really played the original.
Right.
Like
I
I
did
grew
a
up
little
it,
bit. Yeah.
played it, and so like that um game was very very good. And then like seeing Shovel Knight there being like a weird 8-bit, like 16, I don't know,
It's
32.
8-bit, but it's an 8-bit inspired. That's what I say.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
8-bit inspired. Like
Yeah.
it's really
Wouldn't
like
run on
30.
a Nintendo, but it's
Yeah,
made to look like how you think it remember it, how you remember
yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
But so yeah, like that reminded me a lot of like DuckTales, and I was like, oh, cool.
Oh yeah,
There's
you went to yeah, yeah, the bounce.
yeah,
Speaking of
there's so
Shovel
much.
Knight, I've killed a lot of Shovel Knights in Bloodstained.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I can put on his armor and play like Shovel Knight and
that's
be,
awesome.
but he looks all like hulking and like 3D and like
Yeah.
epic. Yeah, like terrifying.
Huh.
But anyways, yeah.
But yeah, something like Shovel Knight or Shantae was very
Ah,
very good.
yeah, right. I
Um,
still gotta play that too.
yeah, because Pirate's Curse is my favorite one of all of those.
Cool.
There's also I don't
Yep.
know, just
Yeah.
last year we had Celeste,
Oh
which was
yeah,
very
yeah,
very good,
yeah.
and
So
we had The Messenger,
right.
and I guess
I
we had Cuphead last year too, right? Or was that 2 years ago?
last
Might have been.
year I think, but maybe 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been 2 years ago, but
Recently on
like
Switch anyway. Yeah.
yeah, but like I don't know, just platformers are very basic, but there's always like a different spin you can take on it,
Sure.
and that's why I like it, just because
They're challenging
it's a
too. All of them.
it's challenging, but it's also the
Yeah.
familiarity. So if you play one platformer, you
Run and
probably
jump. Yeah. Yeah.
it's just you have to get used to the physics a tiny bit. You have to get used to your attack, and
Yeah.
then after that, then it's just a matter of was the level designed well.
And that's the thing. You're not specifically talking 2D platformers either. So I know you're a 3D platformer guy too.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you're not
same
like
thing.
strict to 2D
Yeah,
or
I mean, I
nothing. Yeah.
was thinking just 2D, but like just now. But yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, I love Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
That's a 2D platformer.
Yep.
Um, Banjo Tooie, I would argue, is not really a 2D platformer.
Oh, really?
It is, but it isn't. Like it's more exploring
Oh, okay.
than anything.
See,
It's more adventure.
immediately that sounds more interesting to me, personally. It's like, oh, really? Okay, maybe I'll play that
It's
one.
way too big.
Oh, okay.
I like it now, like going through it again, but it's too big for me.
Gotcha.
Whereas Banjo Kazooie is very like short and sweet, and like this
Sure.
is the game.
Maybe I
Um,
think that's what I like about Mario 64 as well. You go into a level, you kind of play it for 5 minutes, you kind of get the gist of where you got to go and how big it is.
yeah, yeah,
Maybe not all the
exactly.
levels, but I can think of like most of them.
Yeah, exactly. Like Banjo Kazooie is just a better Mario 64
Sure.
because like it does that where you go into a level and you just start exploring. So like you're not tied to um I need to get this specific star. No, all 10 jiggies are in this one level.
Right.
Just explore.
Yeah.
Oh, you found them all. Cool. Or oh, you found one. Okay. keep finding more. You're not kicked out of the level. Just keep going.
Right.
That's why I think Banjo-Kazooie is just a much better game, just because it perfected a 3D platformer for
That's
me
hopefully
personally.
that's what, I don't want to say always how it goes because obviously it's not the case for everything. But that's the difference between a launch game and then a game that comes out years later. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Like for instance, and I know everybody like loves Final Fantasy VII, but like story aside, I'm talking technically and all the stuff that it was able to do and all that. You look
Hmm.
at 8 and 9 and just like even just visually, but even with the music and obviously they had songs in the later ones too.
Yeah.
That you see the beginning, the middle, and the end of the PlayStation generation through those three games.
Yeah.
And yeah, or even like I think of like not to a lesser extent, but like Metal Gear 2 to 3 and things like you can kind of see the years apart in one single generation. We don't get those gaps very much anymore.
Mm.
Um, like I would still argue that Dying Light is one of the best games visually, technically, everything that it does on PS4, and that was very early on.
Yeah.
We haven't got much like we got Witcher 3 and things that are pretty amazing, but they're still not perfect or they have things that are different enough, but it doesn't like
Yeah.
the graphics aren't ridiculously better. Now, I guess an example would be Red Dead. I look at that on my basic ass PS4, my basic ass old ass TV, and it looked unbelievably good. Like I'm
Yeah.
still in awe of that. Like it's just unbelievable. That wasn't a crazy experience. It wasn't a perfect game. I didn't always have fun, but I still
Hmm.
really enjoyed it. I'm glad I finished it. But and then I saw it all again with Steph. Rest in peace. When
All
she
right.
when she streamed it, the whole thing, and then also went back
Yeah.
to the original Red Dead, and so I got my fill of it for sure.
Hmm.
Though that being said, there's job classes and stuff coming this summer, so I might jump into the online.
Oh, I saw that they're giving away online stuff for Twitch Prime.
I saw that too, and then I clicked on it, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care. It's like whatever.
You
I don't want all
might-
that free stuff. It's just more money, and that it's like less game I'm gonna play then.
yeah,
Like man,
but I mean, you might as well just get it just to have it. It's
it
like the
just gives
free
you all
games for
these
PlayStation
dynamite
Plus.
bullets and like all this crazy stuff, and I'm like, I don't. That's not why I play, because then I won't feel like playing. I have everything. It's like I don't know. For that game specifically, since there's not a lot to do anyway, I
Yeah.
want to search the world, and when I find a stick of dynamite, it's a big deal. Or when I
Mhm.
make a little money, it's a big deal to buy that new gun. Not get everything for free, but
Mhm.
I don't know.
That's fair.
But that was just today when I saw it. I might consider it. So,
Yeah.
um, but anywho, yeah, the platforming stuff. Did you ever play? You didn't play a ton of Super Nintendo games, right? Like even on emulation. That do you go back and play a lot that you never played, or do you stick to certain ones? Because I have a few that I can mention.
When I was younger, I had like maybe 10 Super Nintendo games.
Did you rent a lot or borrow from friends or
Yeah, I
anything?
rented a lot.
So you
So
might
like
know some of these.
I played like Cool Spot and like
Okay, that was the first. That was not the first one I was gonna mention, but that was one.
really
Yeah, that one. Bob is a robot. Do you ever play that one? Graphics were
Mm,
really cool.
Bob.
It was I think it stood for something, but it was like B-O-B, like B dot B dot. He's a robot, like a cute kind of robot, orange. It's very space dark. And there's another one I'm gonna mention, but it reminded me of Earthworm Jim. That's another one I was gonna ask you. Bob was cool. I
No.
played Bob a lot. You get a lot of power ups, like robot power ups. He like
Okay.
his stomach opens or his head can like turn into a propeller and he can float. And there's different power ups you get that transform his body and that. He's a cool
I
mascot
might have
kind of
played
platformer.
this. Like it looks familiar enough.
And I love when you hang on like Earthworm Jim when when you hang on like a wire.
Yeah,
Uh,
you hang on with your head.
yeah, but Bob hangs on with his arm and when he moves, you just see his fingers go. It's hard to explain, but if you watch it, it's hilarious. Just his fingers move like like when you do the tap thing, it's
Uh-huh.
moving along the wire, and it's so funny. It probably makes a
It's
little
just like
noise too.
moving. That's
Because he's
interesting.
holding
I
still
mean,
and he has
it's
his
a
big
robot, so
rifle.
it's
He has a cool rifle and stuff, and his fingers just move, and it's trying to be that kind of mascot platformer. But it was actually really good. I really enjoyed it. I have no
yeah.
idea what the reviews are if it's supposed to be good. I loved it as a kid.
Hmm.
ActRaiser or ActRaiser. You ever play ActRaiser? Second one specifically.
Uh,
'Cause that's a crazy platformer.
I might have played it when like on emulation,
Right. Yeah, that's the only way I played it. I think so.
but yeah, I never like rented it.
Gotcha. The first game had a city builder, and then
Hmm.
you like SimCity.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not as deep as SimCity, but it's still got people moving in, and you have to like you're a god basically, and you have to like cause earthquakes and stuff to like move people or to like get rid of some of the population or like do different things. It was pretty brutal. But then you click on an area that's being attacked or something, and you go into like a side scroller hack and slash kind of game.
Hmm.
First one I haven't played, but I've seen streams on it. Um, Mike Matei, yeah, the Angry Video Game Nerd guys over there, they streamed it for a bit, first game, showing how it worked and stuff. So that's pretty much the only exposure I had with that one. But the second
Yeah,
one, somebody,
like maybe like a year or so ago.
yep, that sounds right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's where I saw it.
there you go. So that's
First
all I've
one.
seen of the first one. Yeah, the second one though, I must have rented it or somebody owned it or something because I played it. The soundtrack is fantastic, like really, really good, and it's all side scrolling. I'm pretty sure, and it's pretty
Mhm.
good. It's a little clunky, like not my kind of thing, but like you get hit when you don't think you should get hit, or like you know, but but anyways, it's pretty cool. What about? Oh, I just thought of one. Well, Earthworm Jim. I wanted to ask about two Earthworm
Yeah.
Jim games. You ever grew up playing those at all?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I grew up playing both of them. So
Cool.
like I played Earthworm Jim, the first one a lot. I played the second one a lot on Super Nintendo.
Cool. First one mainly for me, but yeah.
I had the first one, the special edition.
Oh,
I eventually got for PC. So
oh,
like the
wow.
PC version had like an extra level or something.
Oh, interesting.
So I mean, yeah, I like that game. It's still pretty hard. I feel, to be honest,
Yeah,
there's a lot of RNG there,
right.
but I
Visually
like.
striking though. Like, those games look
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Shout out to
Uh,
Shiny Entertainment. Rest in
rest-
peace. Yeah.
I supposedly they're making stuff again.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, they're
Trying to.
making an Earthworm Jim game, I think, for that
Yeah,
weird console. Tommy. Oh, now I'm going to look. What the hell's his name? Uh, Game composer. From Electric Playground.
I don't know.
Tommy.
Me two tone.
No, it doesn't matter. But anyways, he was Tommy on the show. And he's a famous game composer. But anyways, he bought the rights to like a television or something, and now there's a new one coming out, and then they got new Earthworm Jim coming out for it. Anyways,
Okay.
some new console that they're coming out with.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it was like in television or
yeah, I'm
something.
pretty sure it was in television. Yeah.
Just dumb, but okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I hope it does well, and I like Tommy. He's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
because I think it wasn't exclusive.
yeah,
If I remember.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was. Yeah, yeah,
it's ridiculous.
yeah. I hope it does well. I hope it's cool. But I don't. I don't know. Whatever.
Give me Earthworm Jim on PS4. I already played the remake on PS3
Oh,
and
I didn't know.
360.
I didn't even know they did it.
It was so bad.
Oh no, really?
It was like when they were doing like the remakes for everything, like
Oh
Ninja
no.
Turtles.
Oh no. So it's like that. It's
Like it wasn't as bad as that,
oh,
but
okay.
like it wasn't great.
Yeah.
There's like weird multiplayer for it.
How so? Oh, right, because it was never multiplayer. Yeah.
Yeah, it was never multiplayer, so it was like race to the top.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Tacked on then. Yeah. What are other platformers? I'm trying to think because there's a bunch I grew up playing, and I had one that was perfect, and now I lost it. I started talking about ActRaiser 2. Uh, there's a bunch I played, but it's platformer games are definitely not one of my favorites.
Uh-huh.
Um, but um, but like okay, so you get Mario World obviously with your Super Nintendo. So I played the heck out of that. It's the only game I had probably for a year or something. Um,
Yeah.
and then of course on Nintendo, same thing, Mario 1. And at Mario 2 I adore. There's so many cool things in Mario 2. Um, and I go through it like twice a year, especially now that it's on the Switch, like just on
Yeah.
the Nintendo Online thing. Um, and I like to challenge myself with that. That's kind of more of a recent thing. Mario
Mhm.
2, I'll pick like I always just pick Princess because she floats. So and I can get through the whole game with just certain warps and certain places she can get to and whatever little cheats and little things.
Yeah.
So I get excitement out of that, I guess, like breaking the game, kind of like you're not supposed to go up here, but you can if you just hit something just right or whatever.
Mhm.
But I kind of want to challenge myself, be like, I'm not going to pick Princess. Let's see how far I can get with just Mario. Can I find a way to get up there with a different character?
Yeah.
Like I know Luigi can because he jumps all crazy,
Yeah.
but Mario 3, I know is supposed to be one of the best games ever. It never really stuck with me. It's technically 10 out of 10. Like I cannot believe they got that on the NES. Like an
Yeah.
inventory system and the mini games and the two-player battle mode and all the little things I got in there. That game's ridiculous. And the music, graphics, all the little secrets and stuff, and like dropping through the white blocks and stuff.
Hmm.
It's a fantastic game. But I just don't find I never had a lot of fun playing it.
Same
Okay, cool. But there's something about Mario World. I don't know what it is. It's just Mario World was just it stuck. Maybe because I owned it, it just came with my system. So I was like, that's all I got to play. So I just kind of. It also had the little challenging secrets and glitching things and stuff.
Yeah. Well, because our Super Nintendo that we got, I don't remember how old I was or if I was cognizant of it. I just know from hearsay.
Mhm.
Um, our Super Nintendo that we got was of it came with Mario World, but then it also came with Mario All Stars.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah, that's cool.
Oh, I remember playing that a lot.
Yeah, I never owned All Stars. My cousin had it, and it had Mario World with it, like built right in, which was weird.
Yeah, yeah. There's a weird cartridge
I'm
that has
guessing
both.
it came with the system years later or something.
Yeah, it was like a years later thing. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, the Mario 2 on there is actually really good. I do play through that on my SNES Classic.
Well, yeah, because that's how I played. Because the NES that I had growing up, we only had the Duck Hunt Mario and Zelda, and that was it.
Cool.
Um, so like the Super Nintendo is where I played Mario one the most, and it's where played Mario 2 as well as Mario 3.
Right.
Like they're all great games. It's just I prefer Mario World out of all of them, just because
Yeah,
there's more to do there. Like it's how
yeah,
spin jumping changes the game.
for sure. Yeah, even the cape,
Yeah, even the cape
like just
especially. Yeah,
spinning and stuff, like having an attack, like a
yeah.
melee
But
kind of, you know.
like the spin jumping, like for example, Mario World levels and like Mario Maker, you can spin jump on piranha plants.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
have to like run and jump, and
Or the
there's a
spiny
lot.
guys. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of like cool precision platforming that you can do, and you can avoid things by being good.
yeah.
It
Yep.
rewards you for being
For being
good.
smart and sometimes even quick.
Yeah,
'Cause, you know, you gotta be
yeah,
quick sometimes. So yeah. Um, yeah, I guess Mario. I'm thinking back to Mario 3. Like I was saying, how technically amazing it is. You can pick up shells in that one, which you couldn't do before.
yeah.
Um, and toss them upwards and stuff too, right? I think that was in
No, that's why
3.
Mario World.
Royal World. Okay.
Yeah,
Obviously Yoshi and Mario World. And it was a technical showcase for that system, Super Nintendo.
yep.
We were talking about earlier, or I was about like Final Fantasy 7 and 8 and 9. You can see the console change like they used to. Mario World to Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. I
Yeah,
know it's a different graphic style in that, but oh my god, the things they do in that game.
I mean they use that mode 7.
Sure, yeah, yeah, especially with Final Boss there and stuff too, or
Yeah.
any of the bosses really.
Oh man, Yoshi's Island's so
I
good.
haven't played that in a long time, but I 100%ed it way back when. Rented it
Yeah.
and got through everything, but
Oh, I can't beat those extra stages. They're so hard.
well, I should say 100%. All I remember is getting 100 on every main level. Is that
Okay, the main levels. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about any bonus stuff or what it unlocks,
Yeah,
but
the bonus level, like on the first world, is just like a lava auto-scrolling level with Poochie.
oh, okay.
I can't beat it. I
Oh,
still can't
okay.
beat it.
Maybe I beat those back when, but I just remember being like, I got to see what unlocks if I get 100 on all of them. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing I didn't want to master those because I doubt anything else would unlock. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, I used to love that game, except for when Yoshi transforms into things. I never liked that train and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's annoying.
Yeah, I just was like, no, this isn't fun. And then especially when you miss that coin at the last second, it's like, oh, come on, that red coin
Yeah,
or
the
whatever.
train's
It's like,
the worst one. Helicopter's probably the best.
right. I'd just rather play another platformer, Donkey Kong Country, because I absolutely
Yeah,
adore Donkey Kong Country, the first one.
I'd rather play Donkey Kong Country too.
I just don't have I just never really. I mean, yes, I've played 2 and 3 because my little cousin. I think I talked about it before, but maybe. But my little cousin is the one who had the Donkey
Yeah,
Kong Country games. He still loves Donkey Kong and all that stuff.
it's so
Um,
good.
that was just his thing. He was like probably 8 at the time. I would have been like 15. And
Mm.
he'd bring his games over. He'd have Punch Out because he loves boxing. That game's fun. And but he was just a kid, so he wouldn't be able to see all the levels. So he'd get stuck on the first couple levels over and over, and then be bored. So I'd start playing this game. So like Donkey Kong Country, I went through and got everything, so he could just pick whatever level and see them all. And
Hmm.
then so he got the second one, so he'd play that whatever. And then when he was bored with it, I'd be like, all right, let me see. And I'd went through all of Donkey Kong Country 2, and so I've been through all 3 of them. But the first game, for some reason, I just have it memorized, and I just have fun, just like Mario 2.
Uh-huh.
I'm confident. I know I can beat it. I can just fly through it and get better at it every time, and know little secrets and things. And yeah, actually, it's very similar to Mario 2 in that way. A lot of little. You start like, for instance, you start at a level instead of running to the right, run to the left,
Yeah,
and there's like a little barrel hidden that you can barely see or something. Mario 2 has that
yeah.
kind of stuff too, with the rockets and stuff and the warp.
Mm.
pipes or whatever. But anyways, platformers are awesome. But I
Platforms are awesome.
yes, I guess that kind of can bring it to me. I guess
Yeah,
because like
I can go on about other things as well, but
sure, no, you can go ahead. I just well then I'll just say we are talking about Bloodstained earlier. That's a platformer, but that's
uh
more my kind of platformer. Like
yeah,
Symphony of the Night, Valkyria Profile or Valkyrie Profile.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, on PS1 is a platformer, but really it's got turn-based. Although it's kind of a little different turn-based, but it has turn-based
Uh,
battles and all that kind of stuff. But it still has platforming. You still gotta side scroll and whatever. I'm trying to think of other ones. I'm sure there's a bunch. There's one coming out that Steph, rest in peace. That Steph, that's gonna get old real quick. I'm just hoping she yells at us in the chat sometime. But
she won't be here because
I know.
rest in peace.
Yeah, that's true. Rest in peace. um, but she turned me onto this game. I think it's called Indivisible or The Indivisible. It was another Kickstarter thing. This was like a couple
Oh
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah, Skullgirls people, right?
Though all the art looks like it, so maybe I don't know. But yeah, the art just looks like
It's
Skullgirls.
a platformer, and then
But
you
RPG.
get into a battle.
Yeah, it's straight out of, and they even said it's heavily inspired by Valkyrie Profile because that's how
Yeah,
it plays exactly.
yeah.
So that game, she turned me on to that. And I'm like, dude, this is exactly my kind of thing. Like if it's got RPG stuff, but also platforming, I feel like I'm progressing. Um, but anyways, yeah, you can go on with some other things. I'm curious what else you got for
Um,
just to refresh. But yeah, for things that when a game is announced or something, there are little things that jump out to you, like oh, I want to play that, or that mechanic, or art style, or anything really.
okay. Yeah. So
So
I
let's
mean,
this to make it even more fun. And maybe it won't work. You can correct me, Rick. But
okay.
so now we got platformer. So this
Yeah.
game is the platformer. Does that make sense? And then what else can I have?
Oh, what else can I
Does that
have?
work? If not, then fine. But this can be fun.
Well, I
We've
mean, I
been,
was gonna go over something different.
go for it. Go for it. It'd be fun to build like the perfect
Yeah.
game for you.
So I guess this kind of goes in tandem. It could go in
Sure.
tandem with.
Platforming segments. But anyways,
So I like RPGs.
right.
When I like an RPG a lot, it tends to be because of the story as well as the
Ah,
gameplay. But like if the story is perfect or like very very good, then I'll enjoy it even more.
right.
So like something like a Persona game.
I was just
I
gonna say
guess
it.
Persona 5 isn't the greatest story. Don't tell
Yeah.
Steph. Rest in
No.
peace.
Rest in
Uh,
peace.
but like Golden 4, 3, they're much better stories, but 5 perfected the way that the game plays
Yeah.
more than anything. So that's why I appreciate that game a lot.
Yeah, the game's visually stunning and the music and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
like visually, just every like even the menus and stuff, they change stuff around where
Yeah.
it just works better.
Mhm.
Um, but like I appreciate story a lot when it's done right. So I mean, to go back to platforming, I guess like Celeste, I feel
Oh
like that
yeah.
game's really really difficult, but I've talked about it with my friend too. Like if Celeste didn't have the story that it had and it wasn't like pertinent to the gameplay, like the gameplay and the story go hand in hand.
Yep.
If it wasn't like that, if it was just a hard game on its own, I wouldn't touch it.
Now, it was inspired by Meat Boy, right? Kind of.
Um,
Does Meat Boy have that kind of story or anything? Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Meat Boy doesn't really have a story.
So that's kind of what you're talking about. It's just the challenging levels.
Yeah, it's just challenging levels. Like each
Because I know Meat Boy has its fans, but obviously you're saying
yeah,
Celeste because
like
of the story.
I played Meat Boy. I'm okay at it.
Yeah, I've
I have
never
it on
played.
my Switch.
Yeah.
It's really difficult. Like I can't like beat it, but like I enjoy that from time to time. Whereas something like Celeste um
Carries you through.
carries you through, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
because of the story.
yeah. It's the last thing I would expect. I remember when that game first came out. I never played it, but it's not my kind of thing that I jump to. But
Mm,
besides the graphics, that would be one of my things. But I think the graphics look amazing. But and I saw you stream it and everything, so I'm aware of the game and strawberry collecting and how much
yeah.
content's in there. And the last thing I would expect is for it to have a story. But I remember when it first came out and everybody's talking about it, they all said story is what sets it apart. It's like amazing. I'm like, oh, geez, okay.
Yeah.
I would have had no idea just looking at gameplay or reading about it.
Yeah, it's very good. Like the story, yeah, it makes the game.
That's
If it,
awesome.
like I said earlier, yeah, if it didn't have that story, I probably wouldn't even look at it, to be honest.
That's cool. And you knew
Uh,
that before you were going in, or was it like a pleasant surprise?
um, I saw a trailer for it on like the Nindy Showcase or something.
Oh, okay.
Like the week or so before it came out last year, and I saw like the gameplay a bit. I saw like their story bits, um, and it just looked like my type of game. So I went for it just then because I was like, oh, I'll try it. Cause who knows if I'll like it or not? It'll probably be okay at least. But
Yeah.
and then the story like immediately is just like, here's the story. This is this is a story. Okay,
Cool.
just along for the ride, and yeah, it makes me want to do better. Like I don't think I'm going to get any of the golden strawberries. I've given up on that, unfortunately. But like
Yeah.
the, I got all the regular strawberries.
Cool.
I don't know. It's fun and rewarding, and it's nice to you. I don't know what else to say.
Huh. That's cool though. Yeah, it sounds cool. I just would you recommend it to people that aren't really into those kind of games, like for the story and stuff? Like, I mean, I just feel like I'd be bad at it, and I'd be
There's an
like
easy mode.
frustrated. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I just afraid I wouldn't finish it, so I wouldn't
Hmm.
get the whole story. I don't know if I would stick with it.
The game isn't too long either.
Okay.
I don't think the game's super difficult unless you're trying to go for the B sides or um
Extra stuff, right? Yeah.
extra stuff. If you're, because like they say, even like in the loading screens or whatever, it says strawberries don't do anything. They're just to make you look popular. So
Right. Like
you don't
trophies.
have to do it. Yeah,
And I love my trophies, so
yeah, exactly. So like um
it's just such a hard sell, you know? 'Cause it's like
yeah.
you know what the game is, so I guess if you're not interested, then you might not be wanting to play it. But I don't know. I get frustrated when I just have one death in games. That's probably why I grew up playing RPGs mostly. You don't get a lot of game overs.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm wasting my time when it's like I just want to get through the level or whatever. But like I said, I've Donkey Kong Country. I'm sure took a lot of tries to get through that game back when, and then just
Hmm.
every year ever since getting better and better. Um, but uh, but that takes a
Yeah,
long time.
Messenger had really good
Well,
stories.
right. Oh, and the soundtrack was fantastic on Celeste
Oh yeah.
when you were
Well,
playing it.
Celeste and Messenger, yeah, they're great.
Cool.
Definitely some of my favorite soundtracks ever. And that's the
Cool.
best part about like the B sides and the C sides. They're remixes of the songs
Ah,
from the levels
it's like little
by different.
rewards.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so it's great.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess technically, yeah, we created a platforming game
Yeah.
that has a really good story. So we've created Celeste. We're done.
Right. We created. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
Celeste 2. Celeste DLC comes out this year.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You should try some more of those Mario Maker levels from that guy, from the Celeste guy.
If they had checkpoints,
Well, maybe they some of them do. I don't know.
maybe.
I think they were just works in progress. He was just tweeting them
Yeah.
out. Um,
Because that's the one of the reasons why I play Celeste as well, is just because, yeah, like you're on screen, you die, cool. I start on that same screen.
yeah, yeah. This isn't like launch day Bloodborne,
Yeah.
where it's like what a full minute or something. Ugh. Oh, that Red Faction Gorilla just came out on Switch, or it's just about to maybe. And I didn't play that much on PS3. Don't worry, I have a point to this, but I didn't play it much on PS3. But the destruction's always interested me. It's a third-person open world game with you're on Mars and whatever. Um, I just saw a review for the Switch version, and I'm like, this looks awesome. Like, I cannot believe this is running on the Switch, and they all say it's perfect on handheld. It really feels weird playing it on a handheld and seeing this much destruction and stuff. How far we've come with games. And then they're at the end, they're like, but the only real drawback is the loading screens, and they show a loading screen like a full one, and it had to be at least 40 seconds, and that's after you die.
Oh
And
wow.
then they started talking about how some of the like not even late missions, but after you start knowing what you're doing, you die a lot in missions. And I'm like, nope, I'm out. I would never be able to get through that.
Yeah,
Loading screens are the worst for me.
they are.
So that's why obviously Celeste and things like that. You'd think all modern games would fix that,
Hmm.
um, but they're all got to go for those crazy giant open worlds with pretty graphics, and so it's got to take a bit to load rather than Celeste or whatever.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get more out of Celeste than you would out of like you, for instance, like Red Dead or something. You know,
Hmm.
not that Red Dead has crazy loading, I don't think, but still. But anyways, yeah, is that it for what you think would be in a
Yeah.
perfect? Obviously, good music and what about
Oh
art?
yeah.
What about art style? I'm curious. This could be the last one for you, but what about art style? What's your ideal art style? Like, in any way, like it could be 8-bit, whatever. It could be cartoony. It could be still awesome graphics, like Crash Team Racing or something, but just still cartoony.
It depends on the game.
Yeah,
Honestly.
or like Persona is
Uh,
pretty good. But yeah,
yeah, like Persona for like an RPG type
yeah, flashy and
graphics
but
are very
anime
yeah.
style. Gotcha.
Um, I like Arc System works, like they're like fighting games.
Is
Like
that Blaze Blue and
I like
stuff? Or
yeah, like I like those types of designs for like a 2D
okay,
game.
like actually sprites or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, that's cool.
like but like very detailed sprites.
I'll say right now that's mine too. I'm trying to think of a game that's like that that isn't old. You don't get
Well,
many anymore, but
there is a game
yeah.
like that,
Hmm.
and it's like the news that I had.
Oh, is it something I'd be interested in?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh shit! So stay tuned, everybody. We got news.
yeah.
Because I'll say the one that jumps out to me is actually a Switch game I still have on my Switch, but I haven't played it in a while. Moonlighter. Those
Oh
2D
yeah,
graphics are
that one's super,
unbelievable. What?
I said yeah, that one's super pretty.
Yeah, really great animation. Yeah, that game's brilliant. Like that's my kind of graphic style. If it's going to be top-down Zelda, Link to the Past style or something, then it's got to be like that.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and that one's really unique too. It's like got a weird feel or weird look to it. I don't know. It's different. It's not just pixel art. I guess it's something different.
Hmm.
But uh, but anyways, yeah. Um, I'm not gonna go since we're already going long a little bit. I'm just gonna say a couple quick ones for me.
All right.
Um, obviously, okay, so RPG is a
Mm-hmm.
big one. And you can't. It's hard to even say that nowadays because everything's an RPG.
Yeah.
I mean, Call of Duty's an RPG. I mean, you level up and everything. You get new gear by leveling up. It's just you get that reward. Hmm?
So Madden is an RPG.
Right. My hockey. Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy NHL. That was another one I forgot. I said earlier I was gonna Dragon Quest and Pokemon are two that I want to buy. The NHL game has my team on the cover for the first time in history. I kind of
Ooh,
should buy it, and I haven't bought
yeah.
one in a few years. So 'cause they
Get a
have
collector's edition.
no. Oh my god. I'll just get it digital, which just sucks because then my I won't even see the cover anyway. Although it'll be in the game too, but
Yeah.
like title screen or whatever. But anyways, yeah, NHL for sure. The Be a Pro mode where you make your own character and you start with these stats or you pick what stats you want to focus on that, and then you go in, play for the junior team and stuff, and then as you play and do good, you start to level up and start to get more stuff, more things unlock, and it's just like so much fun. Um, so even in a sports game, they have that progression now. But like back in the day, like I grew up with Nintendo and mostly Super Nintendo when I was like I don't know, 13, 14 kind of thing. Um, and then PS1 when I was like a teenager, or like 15, 16, 17, whatever. Um, it was all RPGs. Like everything was RPGs. That's all I played. There were action RPGs in there too. But I wasn't a Zelda guy. I wouldn't consider that an RPG because it doesn't have the kill an enemy and get experience. I felt well, and because there was other options, I played Crystalis and Final Fantasy, obviously Dragon Quest a little bit or Dragon Warrior,
Hmm.
and Ultima and stuff like that, where everything gave you something. You go buy new gear and all that. Zelda didn't really have that. It kind of did, but not exactly. Um, but it was more puzzle based, and although Zelda 2 obviously had that a bit. But anyways, RPG is the big one. But specifically, and I do play action RPGs because now it's like everything's action. Where there's like Bloodborne and Neo and um, even uh, uh, Bloodstained. Um, they're all actiony and stuff, which I can play Borderlands. I can play that stuff now and enjoy it. But what I
Mm.
prefer is it's not even necessarily just turn based because there's also like strategy RPGs that, or like Civilization even where it's literally turn based where I don't feel any anxiety. It's just like I have 7 choices or however many choices I can make, and I can sit and think, okay, what are the repercussions of this one? And then what are the repercussions of this one? And then and then try to think outside the box. Maybe I can put the enemy to sleep or do or whatever. I love that stuff. It's just
Yeah.
I can spend all day playing something like that if it's good. Like, it's hard to find good ones, honestly. Um, I kind of thought XCOM would be that for me, but they're a little too brutal for me.
Hmm.
I like the option of crazy difficulties. Give me some end game stuff that's super difficult, but just to get through the game, I don't want to even have that much. I don't want to see game over screens all the time.
Hmm.
Um, but anyway, so maybe Fire Emblem's going to be something for me. I don't know yet, but it might be.
I don't like Fire Emblem.
No? What's your beef
I
with
like.
Fire Emblem?
I don't really like. Okay, so I really don't like tactics games a whole lot.
Oh,
The
okay.
exception is Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, nice. That's a perfect. There you go. That's a perfect.
But like, I don't know. I am generally just not a fan of permadeath. I'm not a fan of.
Yeah,
I don't
Tactics
know.
did that right because you got enough turns
Yeah,
before they
I don't know.
disappear.
It just yeah. Fire Emblem. I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to
But you
me
can always
at
turn
all.
that off. I'm pretty sure, and I probably
You
would too.
can, but like I'm weird. That's not the way that the game was
No,
intended to be
I'm the
played.
same
So I
way.
can't do it.
I'm the same way. But coming to a new franchise, new series, where I'm like, I'm probably not going to buy it anyway. So like, I'm kind
Hmm.
of just being devil's advocate. But I mean, if I did buy it, I got to enjoy it. Like, I'm not going to waste my money. So at least I know there's that option.
Yeah.
So I would probably play it normally, and then if I kept losing characters and I would feel bad about it, I'd be like, screw it. I'm just going to play how I want to play.
Yeah,
Um,
because I bought it.
but
I bought Awakening on 3DS, and I already had Shin Megami Tensei 4
hmm,
on 3DS as well, and they had a special deal where you would get $20 eShop credit if for some reason if you bought
oh,
both of those games.
interesting.
So I did that, and I went on a trip or something, and I took Awakening with me
Hmm,
to go and play on like an airplane or something. I played maybe like 3 or 4 hours of it. Just was not liking it at all.
gotcha.
And so what I did, I sold it back to the game store I was working at, and then I profited like $15.
Oh, that's funny.
So
Good job.
yeah, so you know,
I did play. I think it was a Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem, like via emulation, just a couple years ago. I
hmm.
had it on my tablet, and I have my Super Nintendo controller, a Bluetooth one here. So I thought I'm gonna play some GBA games, and so I was playing like Castlevania and like Metroid and whatever. And then I saw a translated like Fire Emblem game, so I thought I'd try it.
Hmm.
I had a blast with it. It was really fun. Had the 2D sprites and everything, good artwork. And I'm sure it's like this with all the Fire Emblems, but when you attack somebody, it goes into like a side animated thing where they attack and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it got enhanced. And that was really cool. But I got pretty far into that. I never finished it because the story didn't really grab me. It's just that's one thing I will say for my kind of games. Um, and I'm not opposed to this or like it's not an automatic. Oh, I'm not going to buy it. When it's anime art style, for some, I think it's just because of my history with them. I don't enjoy them very much, or I don't. I shouldn't say. I don't finish them. I just don't get invested.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's because of the anime thing or if it's some kind of stigma or something that's just stuck with me. Whenever I like, for instance, like the Tales games or Persona to some extent, but it doesn't. I don't know. There's something different about Persona. Maybe because it's more adult. It's just. But again, I've never finished a Persona game, so it's like whatever. Um, Granted, I've only played two, or well, I guess I played three because I own the third one on PS3, but I barely touched it. Um, like that special version FES or whatever.
Yeah, I have that one.
Yeah, I bought it on a sale. Just had nothing to play, and I played it for like a weekend, and then I was like, nah, I'm not. Don't like the stamina system or whatever it's called for the dungeons. It just didn't click with me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then four, I've played through four tons of times, but I've never finished it. I just always get a little bit farther each time.
Four's so good.
Yeah, and I'm talking just the PS3 version.
Yeah.
I actually got it when I had my PS2 version. When I got my PS3, it had backwards compatible. It was backwards compatible. And
Mm.
so, and there was no games for PS3 that were out at the time that I really cared about. They were all coming later. So I ordered Persona 3 to play on my PS3. Yeah. But and played a ton of it. Got stuck because that game's really tough. And it was anyway. That was my first Persona game, but really loved the story in that one. I just fell in love with Nanako and Kanji. Yeah, right.
Kanji, yeah.
Kanji's name, yeah. Kanji was awesome. I'm trying to remember the characters now. I'm getting confused with Persona 5, but Kanji was great. Um,
Yeah.
like his whole story and everything going on, the tough guy and
Mm.
all that was really good. Um, yeah. Anyways, yeah. That
Yosuke is far better, a better character than Ryuji. Just every
Yeah,
character in
they're very
4 is
similar, aren't
just
they? They're like comic
they
relief
are
best
like
friend. Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
you're right.
they're just
I agree.
there are a lot of similarities between 4 and 5. It just seems like 5 focus more on the side characters because I like a lot of the side characters more than the actual
Yeah.
main characters in that game.
I didn't like any of the dungeon stories, like except for the first one. That first one got me, and I was like, I am hooked with the teacher.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and then that one girl tries to commit suicide and stuff. I was like, right, I'm like, this is what this game is. Holy, this grabs me.
yeah,
Like, wow. And then it disappeared. Then it becomes
yeah.
politics. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Steph finish it, so at least I can say that I've seen it all. But I
Mm-hmm.
lost all interest, and I was 110 hours in, and I was
Yeah,
like, I can't do it. It was a struggle.
that game just does a lot of dumb things at the end
Right.
as well. Just where it's like, I don't know. Should we spoil this game?
It's old at this point, but we're also at the end, getting to the end of the show. I know you got one more segment, but
Oh yeah,
so if anybody's listening, at least we give them a heads up for Persona
yeah,
5 spoilers.
yeah. I guess Persona 5 spoilers, tiny bit.
Yeah.
Morgana. I mean, maybe it's not spoilers. I'm not sure. Morgana is
Morgana's the
just
cat.
Morgana is Teddy,
Oh, okay.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but is actually Teddy,
Oh,
like
okay. I
the
don't.
same like
Right.
type of thing that Teddy
Oh,
is
okay.
at the
Gotcha.
end of 4. Like
Yeah. Yeah. But he was
he is the
awesome
same exact.
in 4.
He's
He
yeah,
was
but I mean,
amazing.
they're the same exact like embodiment of like
Yeah. Yeah.
the positivity of souls or some stupid stuff. Um,
Yeah.
but like, why are you just reusing the same stuff? I can understand reusing Igor because every Persona game
Oh,
reuses
yeah.
Igor, and that's
Yeah.
fine. He's a staple. But
Actually,
like
all the
everything
characters
else,
were you can kind of base them off for the most part, base them off characters from Persona 4.
yeah,
Like they're all very similar.
yeah. Whereas
Um,
like Persona 3 and 4, I feel like more have more of a difference.
right.
Like
I don't know 3 too well, but yeah.
Junpei Iori is like a Yosuke type friend, but he's more of he's dumb. Like he's a
Okay.
dumb baseball kid. Like
That's
he
cool.
just
See, that's
wants
totally
to
different. Yeah. Than
like
what I know. Yeah.
he just wants to hang out with the ladies. Like that's all
Yeah.
he wants.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
But
Persona
yeah,
5 is good. It's just not that good.
yeah,
Anyway.
I think it's fantastic, but it dragged a lot.
Hmm.
Like I honestly wish it was over after like 4 dungeons, like 50, 60 hours. Hell, I'd say 60, 70 hours is even fine. That's a long time.
Yeah, I
For
think
the
I
main
beat it in
story.
like 90 hours.
I was 110, and then I thought I beat it, and then I'm like, oh my god, there's a whole other thing, and then this, and like it's too much work to get through all this. I'm not into it. And there's other
Yeah.
games to play, and it already took me a year at that point to get to that
Mhm.
point. It was just like, yeah, those first like however many hours were like, let's say 20, 30 hours were fantastic though. Getting to
Yeah.
know everybody, getting to see new party members, meeting Futaba, she's like my favorite.
Yeah,
Um,
Futaba's great.
yeah, she's the best out of everybody, I think. I like Ann a lot too, actually. Her how she's yelling all the time, that she's interesting. Like,
Yeah.
she's just crazy and interesting. I liked her.
Mhm.
Everybody else, I'm trying to think. I'm like, they're forgettable. Um,
Yusuke is awful. He's the painting
um,
dude.
oh yeah, sorry, Steph, rest in peace. He's like her favorite, but
Yeah, I know. He doesn't do anything.
no,
He's just annoying.
yeah, I didn't think he was awful, but yeah, eventually, once he's in the group and just like a regular, yeah, he's just whatever. But his storyline was okay, but it should have been like the first one, like stealing paintings, like really.
Yeah.
Like even as an artist myself, I was just like, I don't. You start with the freaking molesting teacher one, and I'm like, where are they gonna go from here? And like, this old guy stealing paintings.
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, this guy's whatever he was, a gang member, or he had a casino thing and all that, or whatever it was. Which
Yeah.
it didn't feel like it escalated properly. It was just like, so I
It
can't even remember
jumped
the other ones.
around.
Yeah, and I can't remember the other dungeons now, but it was just like,
I don't know. The other dungeons were like cool aesthetically, but they didn't
oh
play
yeah,
great like gameplay wise. Like
yeah,
I liked Futaba's pyramid
oh okay.
a lot, but
I
like
liked her boss fight.
it dragged
Yeah,
forever.
right. I thought the boat one dragged forever for me.
Oh, off. Yeah. I got
Yeah,
lost in the
that's
boat
where I
one. I had
stopped.
to,
Yeah, me too. That's where I stopped playing for a long time. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go back to it. I gotta beat it. And then I got through it. And then I was found out there's even more. And I was like, I can't do this. So
because there's like a weird thing like you have to jump on the back of the boat or something, and it wouldn't trigger for
oh,
me
I
because
don't
I had to
remember
do something
that.
special.
Right. That was also with the when you're shrinking and stuff too, right, or something. Wait,
Yeah,
something with
Like
that, and I was
turning the
just
mice and stuff.
yeah. That's what it was, and I was just checked out.
Hmm.
I struggled through that, but yeah, the graphics amazing, the art style amazing, the music fantastic,
Hmm.
plays great. It plays what you expect, but plays really good. Good progression. It is really difficult though, but I mean, I just played it on normal. I think there is difficulty options, but I didn't want to.
The last Persona game.
What, that you're ever gonna play, or that is ever gonna exist?
The team who makes Persona, like I thought like the main people were quitting.
Oh, really? I have no idea.
I thought so.
We
So
heard it
like
here
if we
first.
get a Persona 6, it's gonna be different.
Oh, maybe that's a good thing. Um, we'll see.
Maybe.
I don't know, but um,
Catherine's coming out soon though.
right. But yeah, that anime, that's not a traditional anime style. The Persona games and that kind of stuff. It's a little different. I don't know. This feels different to
Yeah.
me. Um, but yeah, like Tales games. Steph actually bought me a Tales game years ago.
Huh.
I just started talking to her, and she mailed me a Christmas present, like, and with a thank you note, for just being awesome or whatever. And it was just like, holy crap, this is so cool.
Hmm.
Like nobody's ever done that before,
Yeah.
and just thanking me for like being positive and whatever. Here's some stuff she was going through, and she sent me a PS2 game, Tales of the Abyss.
Oh, that's my favorite Tales game.
Really? Do I have to play it? No, I don't have a PS2 that works
I
properly.
played it on 3DS.
Oh wow, I didn't know it was on other stuff,
Yeah. I
but
like
yeah,
that game a
so
lot.
it's on my shelf. I played it for a few hours. I didn't give it that much of a chance, but for one, it's an action RPG, which I've never been, too into, I guess. Obviously, I love like
Hmm.
Secret of Mana, and there's certain games that gelled with me, but for different reasons. But um, but yeah, the Tales games I've tried since the Super Nintendo one, and just can't do it.
Hmm.
But yeah, that one I tried, and it's just actually another one is Dark Cloud 2 that Steph loves, and I bought it on PS4, and I thought I'm gonna play this. She loves it. I'll tell her, whatever.
Yeah.
But when it has that anime, there's something about it, the specific ones, where it's really goofy, and they're just like, it's like very Eastern comedy or something,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, and I can't care about the characters because they're just all like cartoons. They're like acting like cartoons.
Hmm.
Because anime, like obviously, Persona's different. Like they don't act. They can be funny and whatever, but it feels like I understand it. I get it. I fall in love with these characters. Like I was just saying, I love a bunch of the Persona characters, but like Nanako and Futaba are the ones that stick out to me of that actually.
Chie.
Yeah, I didn't care, like I didn't love Chie or
Hey.
whatever, but
Hey.
I really liked Chie
Be
from
nice.
Persona 4, the regular Persona 4,
Be nice to
not
Chie.
not the golden Persona 4.
Hey, be nice to all the Chies.
She was my dating option, so there you go.
Of course.
But I was, because the only other one was what's her face?
Yukiko?
Yeah, and she was okay, but she was really quiet. But
Yeah.
my perfect person that I would date is in between those two. But at least Chie, she wasn't too loud and rambunctious and crazy. Like An is
Yeah.
out there on fire all the time, just screaming at everybody.
Yeah.
Chie was kind of a lot lower than that, but she was very active, very interesting. She also had her problems too. I can hear her voice in my head right now.
So you like Yukari probably from 3.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
Because
So-
Yukari's exactly what you say. She's in the middle
Oh,
of those two.
Gotcha. Oh, and Steph's favorite from 3 was Naoto.
Wait, me 4?
4. Sorry, yeah. I'm
I was
thinking.
about to say, I was like, yeah.
Well, I'm thinking. That's why I got confused earlier. I'm thinking PS3, but no, it's PS2. So yeah, I said Persona 3.
Yeah, Naoto
Yeah.
Shirogane.
Yeah.
She's in. I don't like Naoto's okay.
Yeah, she's okay.
Um,
That's basically where I stopped playing the first time, is when I got up to her. I
Yeah,
just
her
got stuck in
dungeon's
her.
weird.
Yeah, I got stuck in her dungeon, but then I've since a couple years ago went through it again because I promised Steph I would, and I got farther than that. I got spoilers. I got as far as where Nanako gets taken,
Oh, Heaven is my favorite level.
but I never got past that, or I just fell out
That's
of
my
it.
favorite song in that game.
Oh,
But
I'm hearing some songs right now. I love the bathhouse one. I love the whatever stripper one or whatever.
Yeah.
There's so many great tunes. The dungeon, the old 8-bit looking dungeon one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, there's so many good tunes. I don't know about the heaven one because I don't think I've got that far. So
Well, Heaven's like where Nanako is taken.
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
the level. So yeah.
How close is that to the end? Just curious. Is that right final end or no?
For you, if you're playing the original,
Yeah.
you maybe have like one more
After that.
level. Yeah.
Okay. It'd be nice to get back to it someday, but it's been years now, so I don't know. And my PS2 doesn't. It stopped. I think that's why I stopped too, because the controller sucks that I have. It's very old. Analogs don't work right and whatever. And then the computer or the system stopped reading discs like all the time. It sometimes reads them, sometimes doesn't. It's like, ugh. So I just put it away. And anyways, but yeah, I just want to say the anime thing. Whenever I see that, it doesn't jump out to me as like I gotta play that. It's kind of the opposite usually because I'm like, oh, is it gonna have that kind of weird dialogue that I don't quite get, or
Yeah.
or is it gonna be like Persona, which for some reason has amazingly written and acted
Yeah.
dialogue?
It's the opposite for me. Like when I see
Yeah,
an
no,
anime
I
aesthetic and
totally
it
get it.
like
Yeah,
looks good enough, I'm like, oh, maybe this will actually be good.
yeah. Well, for instance, like Astral Chain looks cool and it's anime
Yeah.
for sure, and the characters look cool and everything, but it doesn't feel cartoony and goofy and like I don't even know if that's the right way of putting it. It's hard to say, but yeah, the Tales of the Abyss I tried going through, and it was just like, and same with Dark Cloud 2 just
Tales of
gets
the
really
Abyss reminds
crazy.
me a lot of Final Fantasy VI
Oh, really?
in the sense of like where the story goes.
Oh, so the world explodes. Spoilers for
Yes.
FF6. Yeah. Oh, and Tales of the Abyss. Okay. Spoilers for everything.
Yeah.
That's funny. And the gameplay didn't gel with me on Tales of the Abyss either. So I'm like,
Well,
yep, I don't
Tales of
like.
the Abyss,
Mhm.
it gelled with me fine. And then, like, when I got to the end, I realized I could actually move in 360.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't know that
That's
because I was
funny.
playing on 3DS.
Oh, right, right. That's funny though.
Yeah, so I didn't realize I could run around the whole thing. I was just playing it like a 2D fighter.
And it worked?
Yeah,
Oh my god. Well, that's
got
how
to
the
the
old
end.
ones were, right? The Super Nintendo one I played,
Yeah.
Tales of Destiny, I think. It's all 2D. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tales of Destiny, I think, is PS1, right?
No, I think that's Super Nintendo. Could be wrong, but that's the one I'm thinking Super Nintendo.
Tales of Destiny is the one with the swords who talk.
I don't know. I just remember the blonde main guy.
Yeah, I thought that was PS1. Anyway.
Maybe you're right, but I'm pretty sure maybe it's a different one. But yeah, I definitely didn't play it on PS1, but it was a Super Nintendo one that I played.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it came out west and that. Like,
Hmm.
I played it somewhere. I don't think I emulated it, but maybe I did.
Maybe.
Anyways, yeah. But yeah, I'll just say for ideal game RPG stuff, but RPG stuff that's not uh, action based necessarily or like fast paced, like crazy combos and all that. I'm not too into that,
Yeah.
but I can enjoy it. And yeah, art style. I love the retro, but as long as it's like interesting, like I was saying, like Moonlighter, even Bloodstained, I think looks great. A lot of people are not a lot of people. I've seen complaints and stuff that it's weird visually. The 3D backgrounds don't meld with the character. I think it all looks fantastic. It's different. I don't own any games that look like this, so that's why I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And there has to be a lot of replay value. Like I love when a game just goes on, like not in the main story because I was just talking about Persona going on too long, but I love finishing the story, feeling like I'm done. But now these 7 things opened up, and now you can do these things if you choose and at your own pace. But I feel like I finished the story. Stuff like that, or New Game Plus is nice too. Like Chrono Cross back in the day, New Game Plus going through over and over to get all the characters. But you can still finish the story and whatever.
Yeah.
That and soundtrack is pretty big to me too. I'm like that with movies too. I just pay attention to soundtracks a lot.
Oh yeah, soundtrack, just score in general is
Yeah.
always great in movies.
Yeah,
well.
I like just to go with movies. I'll just say one quick. Winter Soldier, Captain America: Winter Soldier. Henry Jackman did the soundtrack for that. And I love that soundtrack. That and The Matrix is really good too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, both of those soundtracks I listen to occasionally when I'm drawing or whatever. But anyways, yeah, soundtrack, old school graphics, heavy RPG stuff. As long as it's like, I like the slower pace, tactical. Final Fantasy Tactics is perfect. God, just freaking remaster that or make a new one. Come on. And actually, Final Fantasy Tactics probably nails all that stuff because it's obviously old school looking now.
What's that game?
Hmm.
Colin was talking about it.
Oh yeah. I watched his thing and that. Yeah, it's only on PC though, so that's why I thought, forget it. It was on
really?
Switch.
That was on Vita.
Oh, maybe, but it just said Steam when I googled it.
Oh,
I looked into it.
I thought he was playing on Vita.
I don't think so. I think it's just a Steam game.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going off of like a week or two ago. I googled it, tried to make sure it wasn't on Switch or PS4, so I didn't look at anything else. But I saw Steam everywhere, so I just was like, maybe someday. But,
Interesting.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, you have one more segment we can kind of go through.
Well,
if you want.
Yeah, and the news.
Let's do the news. Yeah, the news. News.
So there it is right there. I posted it in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, and emails too. We got one email we got to go over.
We do have an email.
We could save the segment for next week. We could do news, and then we have an email, and then it'll be close to 5. If you want to do that. You said you had some.
We can get through my segment really fast.
Okay. I don't know if I want to click that.
You should.
I mean, not on my computer because it's going to open who knows what.
Oh.
Let me do it on my phone. No, you know what? You just go ahead. What's the news, Cheetar?
The news is a new game that just got recently announced.
A new game or like a remastered game?
A new game.
Is it Star Fox?
Way Forward is doing this.
It's not Star Fox?
And and Arc Systems. It's Anime Expo, right?
Oh,
so,
okay. No, I saw some news for Star Fox, but I was like, no, I can't see this anywhere. No. So it's like a fake thing. But anyways. Okay.
This is River City Girls.
Oh, what?
It is. Remember how much we loved River City Ransom?
Yeah, we just played that. We were just saying they should make a new one with all these mechanics and stuff.
Yeah, it looks like Scott Pilgrim. Like it.
Oh my god.
It looks awesome.
It's only available on Steam.
No, it's coming out for Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Awesome, coming up everything. Cool.
So I'll probably get on PS4 to be honest.
Oh really? I was thinking it'd be a good Switch game.
I mean, probably.
Because if it runs great on Switch, then I might as well get everything on Switch. That's what my thinking.
I guess that's true.
And the online's free too. Or not free, well, free for me forever for a long time.
Yeah, that's also true as well.
And cheaper, but yeah.
But anyways. Assuming it is online multiplayer, co-op beat 'em up. So
I'll be keeping an eye out for that. River City Girls.
Yeah.
Does it say anything else about it?
That thing sends a tweet. It's a tweet and there's a trailer in it.
Oh, okay.
I call the girl on the right.
Oh, okay.
That's all I say.
She must have glasses.
No, she does not. Neither of them do. I call Misako though.
Oh, okay. There's 3 girls?
You can have Kyoko.
Or 2 girls?
There's 2 girls.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, it's like it's River City Ransom. Like it's like a part of that series.
So side-scrolling, but not quite. It's a 2.5D side-scrolling beat 'em up with RPG mechanics. For anybody listening, yeah.
I'm assuming it has the RPG mechanics.
Yeah, that was what set it apart. So yeah, if anybody wants to look on the Nintendo, if you have a Switch on the Nintendo Online app, you can play River City Ransom right now.
Yeah.
And you really only need to play it for 5 or 10 minutes just to get an idea of what it's all about. You fight guys, you make some money. You go to town, you buy food, and you buy books and things, and then they give you stats and like new moves, and then you go back out and fight some more and progress through a story to try to like rescue a girlfriend or something. It's an old NES game that's way ahead of its time, I think. So. And it's excellent co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Cheetar even played it online together.
It was super fun.
Yep, and there's a latency mode that you can turn on to have better controls. I forget where that was, right? You remember?
Oh, I forget where that's at. Yeah.
That's what it was called, though, right? It was like a low latency mode or something like that, and then it allowed.
Yeah, it was like in the systems or settings or something.
For the online app settings.
Yeah.
Not Switch settings. So yeah, that's cool. Well, sorry if I got quiet there for a minute. I'm sitting a bit far from the mic.
No, you're fine.
Cool.
But yeah, that's coming out. That just got announced a little bit ago.
That's awesome.
So
yeah,
definitely gonna play that.
I had no idea. Yeah, I'll wait and see if it turns out amazing, but probably
there's no date for it yet.
Sure. End of the year or something.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Cool.
I just clicked on the link now for the actual.
Okay. And you said Way Forward's doing it? Like it's like a known company. Like they're
Way Forward's doing it, and then Arc Systems is like helping them because it is an Arc Systems game. Like River City Ransom is Arc Systems.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, Way Forward is heading the project.
That's cool.
It's gonna be $30.
Cool.
Oh, there's even gonna be a physical copy through Limited Run Games.
That's cool. So $40 Canadian thereabouts. So hopefully there's enough content. That's
I would assume so.
I bet you my Sid 6 is waiting for me in my mailbox.
Oh wow! Wait, who?
What? Where?
16-bit style graphics and an epic synth pop soundtrack featuring Nate Wants the Battle.
I don't know what that is, but synth pop. You had me at synth pop.
Well, Nate Wants the Battle. He's like a YouTuber who does a lot of music.
Oh.
Chipsil, Christina V. Like she's a voice actor, and Megan McDuffie. So maybe those are the 2 main characters.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Awesome.
September 5th.
Oh, for a release date.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's coming up. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's 2 months. Almost exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm in.
Right.
I'm in. I mean, we'll see. Yeah. I don't want to, we'll see what kind of money I got. And when Final Fantasy VIII comes out, because then that's it for me. So.
Man, now there's so many things coming out in September. Ugh.
Yeah, this whole fall and winter is well, fall. I don't think there's anything December for me, but yeah, September, October, November are big for me. So,
Yeah.
but I'm doing pretty good
Uh,
for money now all of a sudden. So I got some good things
cool.
happening. So
That's good.
yeah, just bought a
Okay.
vacuum like an adult.
Oh man,
I always had
I
to
have one in
borrow.
here.
I always had to borrow a vacuum, and then I bought one, and now it's like I'm like, man, the vacuum was borrowing was my mom's from. She lives in the other whatever apartment building, and man, it's so old and heavy, and just like I gotta lug that thing down. I'm like, is this what vacuum life is like? This thing's awful, and it breaks sometimes. Like or the hose will come out, or like, oh, just
Yeah.
so many hassles. So I went and bought this vacuum, like $100 vacuum or whatever, and my sister helped me pick one out because she's like, this is exactly one we have at home, and it's awesome. And
Hmm.
so I went and got it, put it together, vacuumed yesterday, and I was like, this thing is so light and way quieter. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
smell like burning. It's
That's
like
good.
it's awesome. So I was really happy. So
Yeah, that's one thing I like. Well, not just vacuuming. I don't like vacuuming.
yeah.
But I like having a washer and dryer in my unit
Oh yeah. Okay.
because like I've only lived at a house in this, so like
Gotcha.
I've been accustomed to that. I don't know if I could live without having a washer and dryer inside my
I'm used
actual
to
apartment room.
yeah. I'm pretty used to laundromats and the price just keeps going up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Um, yeah. In the states, is it all quarters for because you're in, just to clarify, you're in America. I'm in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Canada.
yep.
Even you're doing it.
Yep. I had a second to correct myself. No, I'm going for it. So is it all quarters? Because you don't have larger change. We have loonies and toonies. So
You do have loonies and
we
toonies.
do. And so our laundromat, it's all loonies. So it's
Uh,
like, yeah,
I get it.
loonies and quarters for
Um,
one, but yeah.
yeah. Yeah, they're all quarters.
Okay, so just everything's quarters. Even at arcades and stuff, because it all went up to like loonies forever. And it's like, ugh, that sucks.
Like arcades, yeah, it's quarters.
Wow,
I mean,
okay.
well, first of all, arcades don't really
No,
exist.
yeah, I'm
Um,
thinking back
but
when
when they
movie
do,
theaters and
like,
stuff.
yeah, it's like $1 to play a game or something,
Oh,
or
but you
50
just put in,
cents.
yeah, that makes sense. You
You
just
just
put
put
in
in
more
more
quarters,
quarters.
yeah. So I guess maybe we have it better, just one loony.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Anyways, um,
Anyways, indeed,
yeah,
maybe we should get to that
the email.
email.
Yes, email. I'm gonna read an email. Hopefully we get multiple emails per week. So again, yeah, email zcpodcast1@gmail.com. One is in the number one, not ONE. But anyways,
Mm.
uh, anything game related or podcast related, but just anything game related would be
Suggestions as well.
yep. Anything, even just to say hi
Questions,
that you enjoy the
comments,
podcast. So
concerns.
just tell us what your ideal game is, like style and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
do that. We'll read it
So
off on the next one.
we had a podcast for last week's show, but of course I didn't read it till now because Cheetar was in Vegas and other things were happening. So the subject, this is from Brad, who's somebody I know, listens to the podcast. The he's replying to our last episode, the E3 aftermath one that we did when you were talking
Mm-hmm.
about Banjo.
Yeah,
I don't remember the conversation specifically because we've been talking about Banjo for a few,
a few
podcasts.
weeks.
Yeah, but the subject is all caps Banjo remake, three exclamation points. He says, I agree with Cheetar. The first Banjo Kazooie and its sequel should be remastered or or remade. I only played the first game way back in the N64 days, but I remember loving it. That should be a game series that comes back with a third official game as well.
Hmm.
So yeah, so he agrees with you completely. I had no idea he played Banjo Kazooie back when or anything like that.
Hmm.
So there you go. Yeah, the fans want a third game apparently. But obviously,
Yeah,
remaster first. That's what you do, right? So
yeah.
that's
I
how they do.
remaster it, give it that. I think that's what I said. Like, give it that crash
Yep,
treatment.
yep. Or Spyro, and that stuff
Yeah.
happens all the time. So, Crash Team Racing is that more of a sequel? Do you play that? I forget.
No, I've never played it.
Okay, Crash Team Racing. It feels more like a proper sequel than a remake, but it has all the
It
levels
looks
too.
like a sequel.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that'd be perfect to have a Crash Team Racing 2, but which they might do, but I don't think it's
Hmm.
gonna be more of a sequel to the original. But anyways, that's more of a remake or like a reboot for the you know
Yeah.
or Crash. You'd think they would have done that, but I haven't heard anything. And you'd think they would have a year ago
Yeah.
announced it or something, right?
Yeah, you would think we heard something. I mean, there's been so many Crash games though that haven't been
Hmm.
good.
Right, yeah, the PS2 ones is
Yeah,
what I always hear about. So at least we still got Bubsy though. We can all,
we do.
you know. Oh,
Yeah.
hey, there we go. Have you played Bubsy?
No,
Because I played that a lot on Super Nintendo.
I've never played
I
Bubsy.
used to rent it when
I'm proud of
I
it.
lived up north, and I used to rent that and Super Metroid, and that was my first time ever playing a well, yeah, playing a Metroid to completion. I played the Nintendo one a little at a friend's house, but I mean, I was looking at the games to rent, and I was like, oh, Bubsy, sure, I'll rent that again. And then the next time I was like, I guess I'll try this Super Metroid thing. And then it hooked me. That game's amazing. But,
Yeah, no, I haven't played it. I played Itchy and Scratchy.
oh wow, the Super Nintendo one, the battle
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
It's like a battle kind of game, right? Where you get weapons and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
isn't there like two screens or something?
I think so.
I
Yeah,
can't remember.
I
Yeah,
remember like, well, because I remember it was both. Like it was a platformer, and then like there were
right.
those parts as well.
What about other Simpsons games? Because I loved Bart's Nightmare on Super Nintendo. That was a weird, freaky game.
That was a weird game.
Yeah, collecting like the
Um,
paper on the street. It was like open world kind of. It was like really
yeah,
weird. I enjoyed it though, but it felt weird.
yeah, I
Actually,
remember that one.
are all the Simpsons games like that? Like, is Simpsons just weird? Like, it's off-putting and kind of weird. I don't know. There's always weird things
All the
going on.
games, yeah,
Like,
I
not even
believe
just the
so.
games, but the show in general as well. It's just a
The
lot
show
of.
was great.
No, I'm not
The
saying.
show was great.
I'm not saying weird is bad at all. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah, yeah,
yellow people, like they all look weird. Like, you don't think about it anymore. We're so used to it. But the
yeah,
games too are just they always had weird stuff going on. Like Bart versus Space Mutants on NES, where you had to turn everything that was purple into a different color
yeah.
to like stop the aliens. And then you had to collect hats, and it's just like I don't know. It always creeped me out as a kid.
I mean, Hit and Run, like the
Yeah, I didn't play
aliens put that
those.
Buzz Cola out or something.
Oh, okay. I didn't play the later ones, but yeah, like PS2, I'm
But
guessing.
I just feel like it was the games that were more weird and out there, less than the
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
I mean, the show had their Treehouse of Horrors or whatever, but
yeah. There you
otherwise,
go. So there's a reason why they were weird ones. Yeah,
yeah.
it was just weird what they almost like what they got away with. Like they had
Hmm.
weird deaths and stuff and weird horror kind of moments, just creepy, weird things. I don't know.
It was.
Anyways, nothing like it
All right.
on TV back when.
All right.
All right, what do you
So
got?
let's go ahead and jump to my last segment while we have time.
Yep. All right,
Uh,
one you came up with on the spot.
not really.
Okay.
Yes and no.
You've been planning this for
So
years.
what I've
That's what I
been
meant to
doing,
say.
I've been stealing stuff from other podcasts
Oh
and making
no.
it my own. um, because I think that they're interesting games, but
Sure.
like this time it's
As long as it's not going to give me anxiety. Spend the
oh
last
maybe
10 minutes of our podcast just trying to figure out one answer.
maybe
Oh no.
so
I'm
I call
worried.
it Game Time.
Game time. Okay, got an official name. Cool.
Uh, it's the game where you have to guess the release date,
Hmm. Oh
or
no.
release year.
Um. Okay, that's weird. You bringing this up, man? Because I thought of this like a week ago. That's really weird.
There's something similar on Colin's thing where it's like it's not game specifically, but it's like, oh, when did the Revolutionary War happen? When
Oh,
did this
jeez.
happen? And it's just like everything. Um,
I might be
and
really
he
good at
would
this.
and he would give points,
Oh,
or
that's
he would let you redo the one that's the most wrong.
oh, interesting. Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. Can we do
So
that?
yeah,
Okay,
okay. So um,
I'm excited.
release years.
I think I'm gonna.
Remember,
Yeah, just the year. I think I'm gonna knock this out of the park. No,
are you
no.
okay?
When did Asteroids release?
See, that's not one. That's not on here.
Okay, good. Because
So
I don't know if I know
so I
the
don't
old
know.
stuff.
It
Yeah,
kind of jumps around.
that's fine.
Okay.
I want challenging
So
ones too that I'll be because we'll learn from it anyway, right? So.
yeah. So I talked about this earlier.
Oh, and you can trust me.
Um,
There's no Google. Clickety clack, clickety
okay.
clack.
Okay, you better not be.
No fun.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time
Turtles in
for the
Time.
SNES, not the arcade.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's a tough one. But okay, I just got to try to get close. Is what I'm not going to spend
Yeah.
an hour on this.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to think. It's got to be 92 to 90. It's got to be like 91 to 93. I'm just going to say 92, just to kind of run through this quick. I might get some way wrong, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to say 92.
Okay. Okay. We'll go to the next one. Kirby, Nightmare in Dreamland for the Game Boy Advance.
Oh
This is a
no.
remake to Kirby's Adventure
Oh
on
no,
the
but
Game
I
Boy
don't
Advance.
even. Oh no. I was hoping you said like Superstar or something. Oh god. Or even the NES one because I know that was really late. That was probably also 92. Anyways, so yeah, I'd ask what the title was again, but that doesn't matter. I've never heard of it.
Nightmare in Dreamland.
Okay, sure. It's a GBA
Yeah,
one.
it's a GBA game, and it's just a remake of the Kirby Adventure
Okay,
for the
the
NES.
one I'm talking about. Okay, okay.
Mhm.
But GBA, so that's definitely in the 2000s. I'm gonna guess. I'm just gonna, because I had a
Okay.
Game Boy Color in '99. I don't know
Okay.
GBA at all, so I don't. This is gonna be rough.
Okay.
I'm just gonna throw out 2003. It's probably 2002, but I'm gonna say 2003. Or if
Okay.
it might even be 2001, but whatever, 2003.
2003. Final
2000,
answer.
I guess. That's
Okay.
sure. Let's move on.
Just making sure.
I don't like
All
that
right.
one.
Goof Troop for the Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay, okay. I don't know whether it was late or not, but I'm gonna guess somewhat. Gonna guess it wasn't 90 or 91 or something. So I'm gonna say, and it's not gonna be the same year as the Super Nintendo one or the Turtles in Time one. I mean, it could be. I'm trying to get in your head here. You're not gonna pick a bunch of the same dates, I guess. What did I say for that? 92. So I'm gonna say
You said 92 for Ninja
yeah
Turtles.
for Ninja Turtles. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna do 91. It's probably like 93 or 4, but I'm gonna say 91.
Okay.
At least I got the right decade. That's not hard to do.
Next one. Persona 3 for the PS2.
Oh, okay.
Now, not Persona
Yeah.
3 Fez.
Yeah, no, I got you. The original release for PS2. So let me think. When did I get Persona 3? That'd be 2006. So I'm gonna say, or no, wait, yeah, 2007, 2006, somewhere around there. So I'm gonna say it would be 4 years before that. Maybe I'm gonna say 2005. Yeah, I'm just gonna. No, wait. That's not 4 years before. Crap. Oh, yeah, I'll say 2003. What did I say for the last game? Goof Troop? Was that the last game? Yeah.
You said 90.
Or not Goof Troop. What did I say for the other?
Wait,
Sorry, the 2000.
Kirby?
Yeah. What did I say for that?
Kirby, you said 2003.
So this one's not going to be 2003. I don't know if I should be going on that. You wouldn't tell me, right, if you had a lot of doubles?
No, I would not.
Ah, damn it. That would have been a nice hint that none of these dates are repeated. Oh, man.
I want to make it harder.
Persona 3. Persona 3, right, you said?
Yes. Not Fez.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah. I'm just trying to think when Persona 4 came out. I bought it right away, and it was on. Just got my PS3. It was my first game on there, so I'm gonna say 2006 for that one. So this had to come out before then, but I don't want to say 2003, so I guess I'm just gonna say 2000. It's probably 2002, but 2004. We'll say.
Okay.
Can you tell me if I'm doing horribly for all of these? Like really?
I'll tell you at the end.
Yeah, jeez. I just want to know I'm getting stressed out.
Last one.
Oh, okay.
Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble
Okay.
for the SNES.
Let me think. First one would have been like 90. It was late, so well, kind of. Killer Instinct days. That's like 2000, or I mean 92. I think I have a PS1 when I was playing that. I'm gonna say 90. 5. It's probably 96. Maybe it's really late. It might be 96 or 97, but I'm gonna say 95.
95. Okay.
Yeah. Shit.
Let's take a look here.
Yeah. Which one did I get worst? I was probably a bunch tied, like 3 years apart or something. This was fun, by the way. It was stressful but fun. I really had to think.
Persona 3 is the one that's the worst.
Okay, so was
So
I
I'll give you
right?
another.
Not that you have to look it up, but was I right that I got Persona 4 in like 2006 or 7? Like Persona
That's
3.
giving away an answer.
No.
You get another choice. You get another chance to do this.
Oh, yeah, I know, but true.
That'd be giving away.
Yeah,
if I
I
gave you
guess.
Persona 4. Also, I don't remember.
Well, I'll just put it. What did I say?
I'm pretty sure you're super wrong though.
Oh yeah, and you said way off. Wow. Well, then I'm gonna go with what I was originally thinking. Okay, so I'm just gonna assume 2006, 2007 is when I got Persona 4. So I'm gonna put it. Let me see.
Oh, I should have prefaced this. I assumed that you knew. These were North American release dates.
No, I did. I knew.
Okay.
I'm thinking when I bought my Persona 4.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have to base it on something. 'Cause I have no idea when Persona 3 came out, but I know when I got 4, and that was new, and that was like 2006, 2007. So I'm gonna go back how many development years it would take. So I'm gonna say 2002. Is that any better?
You're more off.
But it couldn't have been like. Could you say? Wow.
Well,
Well, wait, I've already
you've
answered the
already.
wrong. Yeah.
So we're gonna go from the top now.
But can you just tell me? Was it
No,
above or
no, I'm
below?
telling you in a minute.
Well, I was gonna say if it was above or below what I said, but yeah.
Give me a second.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I swear it was
So,
2000. I gotta Google this now. Not what you're talking about, but Persona 4.
so first game, Ninja Turtles: Turtles in Time. You said 1992.
Yeah. It's
The
probably
correct
later.
answer is 1992.
Oh wow! I
So
nailed it.
you got a point there.
All right, I'm already happy with my whole thing.
So we'll give you a point.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking at Persona 4 release date. I have to see this.
No, you can't.
It's
Not
Persona
yet.
4. I'm allowed to look up later stuff.
No, not yet.
We didn't even say Persona 4. And it's not even freaking Google. Oh, there we go. 2008, so I was a little late. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
got it.
Okay.
So that didn't. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland.
Oh, the GBA one. What did I say?
You said 2003. The correct
2003.
answer was 2002.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good. I'm
So
happy
not
with
bad.
that. I'm happy with that. That should be 0.5 points. You're 1 year off.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right.
I don't make the rules, but I'm just saying. Because I feel like I'm happy
Well, you
with
just
that.
did.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
So,
Cool. Awesome.
next one is Goof Troop for the Super Nintendo. You said 91. The correct answer was 93.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say I probably went a little too early,
So
but
you
I
get
was
no
going
points for
by that stupid thing where I was thinking, but we already had a 92 game, so it had to be either 93 or 91. But
Yeah.
I went too low.
So next one is Persona 3 for PS2. You said 2004.
Yeah.
And I said that was off. Then
wow,
you
I'm
said
surprised.
2002, which made it more off.
Well, 2008
correct
was
answer
Persona 4, so I'm curious.
For Persona 3, North American release is 2007.
It came out the year before?
Yep.
That's the trick question. Wow. So my thinking of development years, think of how long it took for Persona 5.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Yeah, that was a good trick question, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a good game because I would have never. Wow, that's amazing. Came out in 2007 and then 2008 in July. When in 2007? You know?
I
worry about
don't
it.
have that written down.
Don't worry about it. It's July when so even mid-year of 2008 is when Persona 4 came out.
August of 2007.
Geez, so it came out like 8 months, or 8 or so months difference.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And that's for the original.
Yep.
Fez came out
Yeah.
in 2010.
Yeah, I got that later after playing Persona 4 a bunch. I was like, oh, I can try this other one.
So last one.
Oh, that wasn't all of them?
No, there's one more.
Oh shit.
Donkey Kong Country 3.
Oh right.
Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. You said 95.
Let me think.
Uh,
Damn it. Okay. I just wanted you to hold it for a second to be like, is that really what I should have said? Okay, go ahead.
You said 95. The correct answer was 96.
Oh, okay. I'm happy with that.
So you get.
I'm good with my old games.
2 out of 5. You get another half point there. So
Cool,
you get
cool.
2 out of 5.
That's cool. I'm happy.
So that's not bad.
With the old games anyway. The GBA one I had no idea, and then the Persona 3 one was a trick question.
I almost put Kirby Star Stacker in there, but I was like, no, then it's just a bunch of 90s games.
I don't even know that one. I know Kirby's Avalanche, and I know Kirby's Superstar.
Kirby Star Stacker is like a puzzle game for the Game Boy.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't know.
It's a game I played a lot as a kid.
So this is also good to get to know each other, because like even original Game Boy, I'd be horrible at that. I don't even know, because that thing ran for like 11 years. The console, or whatever you call it, handheld, went for like I think it was 11 years. So I know that, but if I'm even right on that. But man, to think of where those 11 years are, like 88 to 97. I don't know, like where in there is it? You know what I mean? So the Game Boy would be tough for me. I didn't have any handhelds at all really till PSP. I'd be decent at maybe. But yeah, NES would be tough because I didn't think of release dates when I was 8 years old. But I could probably guess some of those. Super Nintendo is a big one. PS1's a big one. And I bet you I could do PS2, PS3, maybe even some PC ones. I'm curious. Like, I'd like to do this for you, but I don't know where I would even begin. Like, could I say like, I don't have it up here right now. Like, when did the original Diablo release? Like, would you have any clue? Like, besides 90s?
Original Diablo.
I'm trying to think of it's PC. It's like
it's probably PC. It's PC. It's probably 90s.
Yeah, because I have no idea, but I'm just saying, like, I used to own that, but I mean,
I'd say like 96.
yeah, I was gonna say that's probably what I would say. 95, 96. Because I'm trying to think, when did I have my PS1? Okay, well, when did Final 7 come out? 97. It's like trying to figure that out, but yeah, we should make this a regular thing. Maybe alternate. Like I'll do next week.
Mhm.
But I gotta write you and find out what you're good at and what you're, because I don't want to give you I'm trying to think of something, like an Atari game or
It
something.
came out in 96. I was right.
There you go. There you go. So maybe it'd be good for that. Warcraft 2. No, I see
I don't know.
That's what I mean. PC games. I don't know where you're at with that. Or
I don't play
NES.
PC.
Could I even go NES? You wouldn't know. Super Nintendo, you might be able to get.
Maybe.
I could find some Genesis ones. Like I'd love to throw like Sonic 2 at you and stuff. So that could be fun. But
Yeah.
no researching.
Kirby and I share the birth year.
Oh, really? The original?
Kirby's Dream Land came out in 92.
That's cool.
So.
That's cool. I don't know if
And
anything.
Sonic came out in 91.
I was born in 81, so I don't know if anything. Gaming wasn't really happening. It was kind of on a crash at the moment. But we had an Atari growing up, though. But I'm gonna go check my mail. I'm excited about my.
Yeah. Well, we should probably end this.
Yep. Sounds good. This was an
thank
awesome
you,
show.
everyone, for stopping by.
Yeah,
thank you, Caveman, who was here a while ago.
Yeah, if you want to be part of the show, just you can come in the chat. We always go around 2 in the afternoons Eastern time, or between 1 and 3 anyway, and every Wednesday for now. Someday we'll change it, but
Yeah, definitely. And you can email us at zcpodcast1@gmail.com.
Yep. And be part of the show.
Topics.
Yep. We'll make it a segment or whatever. If you write something in, we can chat about it.
Yeah. Be super fun.
Yeah, or if you have any game ideas or trivia ideas or,
Yeah.
Just any opinions.
So, you can find me at Cheetar02. I'm not going to be streaming tonight because I'm seeing Spider-Man tonight.
Follow Cheetar, twitch.tv/Cheetar02.
Yeah. Same thing with Twitter, everything else.
Yep.
You're on Rob's channel right now. So, I mean, Zemus101, either on YouTube or here on Twitch. Other things, Patreon.
Yeah, just Twitter. That's good for now. Anyway, you can find everything I do on Twitter. So just Zemus101 on Twitter. And write me a message if you're following from the podcast, because I'll probably follow you back. If it's just a random person, I might not follow you back. But a lot of bots, because there's a lot of bots and stuff, so I don't bother.
Oh, there are a ton of bots.
But if you write me a message, I'll probably follow you back. So especially if you tweet game stuff and no politics. That's all I care.
Yep.
And no baseball, please.
No baseball?
No. Oh, that's fine. If you do games and baseball or baseball games, I guess maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
I want to post Ken Griffey Jr.
No. Oh yeah.
For, Super Nintendo.
Okay, I gotta say one thing. For years, so I used to grow up in. I'll try to be quick. I grew up in a really small town, a couple of them, and every once in a while, I actually made a webcomic about this this experience. But my dad would drive to the city for lots of different reasons or whatever, which is where I live now. And it was exciting because I'd go maybe once a year or something, or whatever. It wasn't often. And I'd want to go straight to Walmart and run right to the video games and see them behind the glass case. And this was like PS1 era, I think. So I would have been 16, 17. I get to go to the city and look, and there was always Ken Griffey Jr. for over $100 Super Nintendo game in the package. Even up in the PS1 era, it was always there for years and years. I don't know, for sale for $100 and something bucks. And I was just I thought that was so funny. That's my memory with Ken Griffey Jr. I was like, why the hell is this baseball game?
It's so good.
Still for sale, is it?
I like that game.
Really?
Yeah.
I played Baseball Stars on NES, but that's because you can make your own
baseball games on Super Nintendo are always good.
Okay, I've never played any. That's a big black hole for me. I don't know. I played hockey and a little bit of football, but not really. Baseball, nope. Besides Atari baseball when I was really little.
They're awesome.
Yeah, and All Stars baseball or whatever that one's called on Nintendo. Anyways.
Anyway.
Thanks for hanging out.
For stopping by.
Come back next Wednesday.
Yep.
Take care and have a good week.
Goodbye.